You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
63 degrees and overcast will bring us game 1 of 3 between the Ball State Cardinals and the Akron Zips, just about halfway through MAC play. Fitting settings for Rich Maloney in pursuit of 700 wins with the Cardinal in white. Welcome to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. I'm Dylan Budd, joined by my good friend Roen, Elbert, and Roen. Ball State near the top of the conference, Akron near the bottom, but considering the way things have been going as of late, those records are pretty deceiving.
Oh, 100% Dylan, especially in the Mid-American Conference where any team can beat any team on any given day. That's what this Akron team has to remember. Especially their last matchup against Kent State, they only lose by 5. I know 5, like, it's a big amount, but to a team like Kent State, that's pretty impressive, and especially because it was almost like a midweek to them where they're using a lot of arms that maybe they don't rely on as much. It was pretty impressive. This Akron team, they're feeling good after that. Should be interesting to see what they do going into this Ball State series.
Both of these squads are on losing skids. Let's start with the Ball State Cardinals. They've lost 5 of their last 6. Last week we called the Xavier game and saw that loss in dramatic fashion. Get swept by Miami in Oxford, a loss to Indiana, but hey, right after, their first midweek game win against Manchester.
I mean, it's huge, and that's big for pitching as well. I like the pitching I saw during the midweek. I was actually in Bloomington calling the game on WMUN with McTidrow, so I got to see Alex Burden really do some great stuff for the Cardinals. Alex Burden is a guy I really want to see this weekend if it comes down to it. Then in the Manchester game, it was Trent Murphy that really took me by surprise. The former Mastodon of Purdue Fort Wayne really did some great stuff during that Manchester game. It's all about a proving ground for pitchers. And yeah, you've lost 5 of your last 6, but in such a tight Mid-American Conference, it's all about just try not to lose 6 of your last 7.
Speaking of losing 6 of their last 7, that's what's going on with the Akron Zips right now, at least in conference play. The series against Toledo, they won the last game, but 2 losses before then, got swept at Bowling Green, and then that 7-12 loss that you mentioned earlier to Kent State on Wednesday. Kind of a weird midweek scenario. Yeah,
it was weird, and we were actually talking with Brian Folds, the head coach of Akron. He was telling us that it wasn't like a scheduling conflict, nothing like that. It was mainly a thing of they're 20 minutes away. Let's just play a game. I think we went to Kent State a few months back, me and you, and we're like, Akron is weirdly close to Kent State. It made perfect sense.
We're getting ready to wind down at the Stroh Center and then driving by Akron, Ohio. But when you take a look at the MAC standings at this point, we're about halfway, like we said. It's a kind of strange to see it this muddy. Kent leads the way at 12-3, then Toledo at 11-4, but there are 4 teams that are 10-5 fighting for that 3rd place spot. You've got Miami, Northern Illinois, Western Michigan, and Ball State.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for the Cardinals. Western Michigan, Ball State got the better of, but then you get swept by Miami. NIU, a team they'll play down the stretch. They'll be in the call for the last time, for now at least, as conference opponents. And NIU, they are leaving the Mid-American Conference with a bang. Now on the Akron side, currently they are in a 3-way tie for 8th place with a 5-10 record with some pretty solid teams mixed in there. Central Michigan, a team that got a win off of the Cardinals. Then you got Eastern Michigan, a team that Ball State had swept previously. So when it comes down to what teams are in the thick of it, what teams are in the mix, there are quite a few, especially when you look at how tight the Mid-American Conference tournament is. Akron and all of those teams that are in the mix for that 8th place spot, they're all just fighting for a spot.
It is a Friday Maction series, and that means it's ace on ace. When we talked to Rich Maloney pregame, he said that we need a big game from Brendan Garza. The last time I heard him say that was against Ohio, and he had a no-hitter.
That was an incredible outing. And then you look at his last start against Miami, where he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 earned runs, 5 runs overall, sure. Pitching just wasn't really the bright spot of that Miami series, if there really was any. But 125 pitches thrown by Brendan Garza. I know it was a week ago. I mean, really a week and 1 day ago, because they moved it up. It was a Thursday, so it was a little bit difficult there with that. But a week and 1 day since Brendan Garza has last thrown 125 pitches. Should be good to go now, but you still have to think about that. Where is the limit for Garza? Was 125 the cap? Is it 130? We'll see.
You'll have to wonder if that count is limited, and there may be some fatigue when we go down the line of inning 5, inning 6. Now, as for Akron, the guy leading the charge, quite literally, especially in steals, is Brody Chrisman, the right fielder.
Yeah, this is a guy that, he's native to the state of Indiana, comes from Zionsville, former Purdue Boilermaker, was with the Lafayette Aviators in the Prospect League last summer. This is a guy, he knows the state of Indiana all too well. I don't want to call him a 5-tool player quite yet, but he is pretty close. When you see 21 stolen bags, a perfect fielding percentage, the power is there, a 370 average. Like, Brody Chrisman has been so good for this Akron team. And no matter where the Zips finish in the standings, he will definitely be an all-MAC selection.
I'm glad you mentioned the stolen bases and the chaos on that base path, because Akron as a team leads the MAC at this point with 15 more stolen bases than the next team. First pitch, starting lineups, national anthem coming up shortly. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
Back at Shebek Stadium for game 1 of 3 between Ball State and Akron. Going to happen very, very shortly, but we mentioned it in the open. This is a chance for Rich Maloney to get his 700th win as a Ball State Cardinal. An incredible milestone for an incredible career.
After he got the 1,000th career win last year against Purdue Fort Wayne, I didn't think there were many more accolades he could have accomplished, but here he is, going for win 700 as a Ball State Cardinal, and it's going to happen this weekend, even if it's not today. And it's just a great accolade for, if we're not, let's be completely honest, I was actually having this discussion with a buddy of mine the other day. We have to start talking about Rich Maloney, not just as one of the greatest coaches in MAC history. He's one of the best coaches in college baseball history. You look at the total wins, you look at the 30-year career at Michigan, Ball State. He deserves that honor.
To be illustrious at the mid-major level is an accomplishment in and of itself, but to do so in a Power 5, nonetheless, a very competitive Big Ten in Michigan. Just got to hang your hat to him and give him your props. But as for Akron, their ace today will be Elijah Griffith from New Albany, Ohio. He is 9th in the MAC in ERA throughout this season.
Yeah, and especially in the college game where, 5s are the normal, 7 earned runs in each of his last 2 starts. He'll have to turn that around.
National anthem about to go underway. We're going to step aside one more time and then announce starting lineups. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Starting lineups and national anthem just commenced here at Shebek Stadium. Ball State, being at home, will pitch first, and it gives us a chance to look at their defensive alignment. Brendan Garza will pitch to Max Kalk in the infield. Jacob Gillis at second, Brady Davidson, Brett Griffiths at shortstop, and at third, it's Ryan Musler. Commanding the outfield in left, Kensky Thomas. Out in center is Gavin Bayless, and in right field, Charlie Keller. Good to see him back after some time with an injury. Yeah, Charlie Keller is a guy that I really admire, and a guy that his character off the field as well will really carry over on the field. Just from talking with him, I was actually at Qdoba with him last week after the Xavier game. He was sick. He couldn't be at the game, and he was like, man, I'm just dying to get out there. And well, against Indiana, he made his return, and he's got his wish here in conference play. Leading off for the Akron Zips will be the center fielder Kelton Phillips. Right behind him in left, Prince Dabowski, before the final outfielder in that three-hole, Brody Chrisman, our impact player. Batting cleanup, the infielder and part-time pitcher Brennan Morgan will be at second base. Blake Bowen will be commanding first, his brother Brady in the 7-hole at second. Easton Amundsen will be at the designated hitter spot. Mitchell Simchek catching for Elijah Griffith, and Tucker Beal at shortstop. Yeah, this is an Akron team that, all in all, 1 through 9, the lineup is not bad at all. I know they're only 7th in the MAC in batting average, but this is an Akron team that, hey, don't sleep on them, because 1 through 9, it can be dangerous, and starting with the Texas Southern transfer, Kelton Phillips. He digs in now from that left batter's box. First pitch coming in just a matter of moments. Garza, his first offering, low and inside for ball 1. Garza coming off of a tough day against Miami, 125 pitches thrown last week. Well struck by Phillips, out to right and foul out of play. I like it. Back-to-back fastballs to open up the outing, kind of to give Akron a preview of, hey, I got velo, I got heat, and I am not afraid to throw it. Quick attack between batter and pitcher. Garza throws a fastball from up top, a fastball from 3/4, and in his arm slot, you've got a sweeper, a changeup, and a cutter mixed in there as well. A liner right over the head of Brett Griffiths. Base hit for Kelton Phillips to lead it off. Really good piece of hitting from Phillips. In an 0-2 count, you have to get aggressive. Garza let one hang, 82 miles per hour. Just didn't quite have the break that he wanted, I think. Just hung in the zone too long, and Phillips is able to take full advantage. And Brett Griffiths is 6 foot even and is tenured as a senior here at Ball State. It's hard to get a ball by him. Next up for Akron will be Prince Dabowski. He's got one runner on early. Big breath from Garza, pickoff try. We'll see that a lot today. Akron leads the MAC in total stolen bases. Yeah, an aggressive team with a younger head coach, you would say, with Brian Folds. So that's really what you see from younger head coaches, a more aggressive play style and stuff like that. Dabowski, one of the switch hitters on this Akron squad. Another pickoff try for Garza, unsuccessful. Yeah, Prince, what a great first name. Kind of like Prince Fielder, too. It's a first-team all-name. Like
yes.
Several of these Akron guys, like we talked about during our prep. Just has a nice ring to it. Prince Dabowski. Garza's next pitch. Doesn't have enough break. It'll be ball 1. Yeah, the hanging slider that time from Garza just didn't break on the inside. Had he gotten the break he wanted, could have been a pretty gnarly pitch. He attacks all the planes with that fastball, sweeper, change-up, and cutter. One more pickoff try for good measure. Still can't connect. We've seen 3 pickoffs in this at-bat. Just one ball between batter and catcher. It's a 1-0 count now for Garza. And one more pickoff try. Here we go, Roen. This could be fun. You have to believe this is part of the game plan for the Cardinals. Rich Maloney does his homework. He saw that stat and was like, okay, we're going to attack them. Dabowski's been on a tear this year, batting at 5.56. Runner goes. The throw to second. It is in time. Max Kalk, immediate impact to Brett Griffiths, and there's one down.
What we saw right there was the throw was just not quite good from Kalk, honestly. But he caught a break that Davidson, the second baseman, was right in line and kind of fell into the throw and was able to apply the tag. Just perfect timing.
Base runner taken away. The 1-1 from Garza. Again, wanted the break. Still no strike.
And he'll get that eventually. He'll find what he needs on that slider. That's really a pitch that is one of the gnarliest. I saw that as a freshman and knew that it was special.
Garza tries one more. Fastball right down the middle to even up the count at 2-2. 2 strikes, 2 balls for Prince Dabowski. He's only been walked once all season. Garza, the 2-2 outside, ball 3.
There it is. That's the chase pitch you really want if you're Garza, but I think he just slightly missed his spot, really only by a matter of 1 or 2 balls.
And that one walk for Dabowski, it's because he doesn't have all too much action this year. This is his 6th game started and 13th game played on the season. Full count, punch out from the official. It's a strikeout for Brendan Garza.
Goes with the slider on a 3-2, a pitch he hadn't been locating well. It's a risky maneuver, but boy, oh boy, did it catch the inside part of the zone to get him out. Beautiful pitch.
Early guts from Garza, and he caught Dabowski looking. Now it'll be Brody Crispin, the right fielder. We talked extensively about him in the open. He lines up in that lefty batter's box. First pitch, right inside, strike 1.
Yeah, Crispin, a guy who went to Zionsville High School about an hour from here, played in really the toughest conference in the state of Indiana, the HCC.
69 total bases for Crispin, hoping for at least 1 more. He sees a ball outside to even up the count at 1s.
Because you got to face teams like Fishers, that's always great, Westfield, Noblesville. So a lot of great teams in that conference that Crispin had to face early on.
You know that Westfield team well, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Former Westfield Shamrock Roen Elbert. 2-1 now on an outside breaker. You still follow Westfield baseball?
Oh, 100%. Shout out to head coach Ryan Bennell. He does some great stuff over there.
There you go. Garza the 2-1 outside, and it's 3 balls to 1 strike.
But in a 3-1 count, I think you got to go back to that fastball. You've been able to locate it super well. I think Garza can really get his zone in on that pitch.
Still to this point, Garza hasn't been ahead in any one of his counts. He's going to walk Brody Crispin, the second base runner for the Akron Zips in this early contest.
Even during Garza's no-hitter, the walks were, I wouldn't say an issue, but it was still a thing. He walked 2 guys in 7 innings, which is not nearly bad, but that just kind of comes with the territory. When you're not getting hit around, you're going to, it's just going to happen. You're going to walk guys. He hit 2 guys as well. That kind of became an issue towards the latter half of that start. That would have prevented him from going 9 had the game been 9 innings.
First pitch laced opposite side by Brennan Morgan. It'll be received by Keller in right. Going to third is Crispin, and he's safe. Runners on the corners with 2 outs and a base hit for Brennan Morgan. Thing is, with Brendan Garza, in his 45 innings pitched, 44 strikeouts, but only 14 walks. So yes, there were a couple in that Ohio contest, but it's not really an issue of control for him.
Oh, no, not at all. But those walks, they can become an issue because, just like that, even with 2 outs, you got a runner on third because of that walk.
And Akron, known to cause chaos on the base paths, a double steal could, in theory, be in order. It'll be Blake Bowen, the first baseman in that lefty box. He watches strike 1 go by. Morgan on first, Crispin on third. High stance for Bowen. Runner goes from first and just walks into second. Didn't want any risk of a double steal and Crispin coming home.
Yeah, really good move by Max Kalk. You can tell that he's played the game for a long time because you see the runner going off to second. and he immediately plays a little eye tag with the runner at third, and he's like, "You're not going anywhere, pal."
Akron now as a team leads the MAC in stolen bases with a total of 16. Outside pitch from Garza means it's 1-2 with 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position for Blake Bowen. Garza kicks and fires. Opposite side, hit late, out of play foul.
No one talks about how difficult it is as a catcher when you see a runner taking off the second, and you still got to frame that pitch as well as you can, but immediately you got to throw that ball to second. It's tough.
It's a quick exchange of the glove to get it in that zone. Then it's the pop-up and transfer to second as fast as possible. One of the most difficult plays in baseball. The 1-2. Got him looking. That'll end the half inning. Brendan Garza, 2 of the 3 strikes. 2 of the 3 outs, come off of K's. Garza dealing early. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Hey Cardinal fans, this is Connor Onion, play-by-play broadcaster with Fox Sports, and I'm a proud SportsLink alum. You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. Chirp, chirp.
Back in action for the bottom of the first in game 1 of 3 between Ball State and Akron. Due up, leading off for the Cards is Braden Hebner, the designated hitter, one of the best stories in the MAC, followed by Ryan Musler at third and Jacob Gillis, the other corner infielder, at first.
Yeah, so for Braden Hebner in this first at-bat, the last time I saw him in person was against IU on Tuesday. Second pitch he saw in the first at-bat, he took it yard. Who knows what we'll see from Hebner, but this is a guy that he's just been oh so good this year. Hebner, he's really come out of nowhere. He's now batting above 400, which is crazy. Last year, the Cardinals in this juncture of the season had 2 guys that were batting around 400. There was Dylan Grego, who's now with the Fort Wayne Tin Caps in the San Diego Padres organization. And then you got Garrett Arnold, the former catcher who graduated. And for Hebner as a sophomore, a guy that didn't get a lot of reps last year, I think he only played 16 games. Now here he is, really in a big spot as a sophomore to be kind of the leader of this team. When you're the leadoff hitter, you are the leader of the offense in a sense, and Hebner has really played that role perfectly.
So digging in for the first time will be Elijah Griffith, the right-hander from New Albany, Ohio.
Number 12, Braden Hebner.
Hebner will step in. It's a righty-on-righty matchup early. The infield for Akron: Brennan Morgan, Tucker Beal, Brody Bowen, and Blake Bowen. Yes, brothers. First pitch from Griffith, outside ball 1.
Yeah, it'll be tough getting those guys confused quite a bit, but it's really cool for Brady, a guy who's also a pitcher, to get some reps in the infield.
In the outfield, we saw all these guys bat early on: Kelton Phillips, Prince Dabowski, Brody Krisnick. Strike 1 for Elijah Griffiths. It's now 1-1 on Hebner. Hebner, another one of these hometown guys from Evansville, Indiana, just a few hours down south. Laces one back off the protective netting, and now he's behind.
But with 2 strikes, still very impactful for Braden Hebner, a guy that when he gets aggressive, it can be dangerous for a guy like Elijah Griffith.
6 in the MAC and homers with 9, 4 of them coming in his last 3 games. Strike 3 inside, caught Hebner looking. 1 at bat, 1 K for Elijah Griffith.
You can tell Hebner did not like that. It looked high and in, but at the same time, that's something that you got to roll with the punches, especially early on in a matchup like this.
But not a good start for the Ball State offense. You want to begin with some momentum. That's certainly not a way to do so. Here's a guy that could change that very quickly. Ryan Musler, his first pitch right to Brennan Morgan. The exchange to Bowen. And out number 2. Just a few pitches for Elijah Griffith.
That's a really good sign for Akron. If you're getting the top of the order out early for the Cardinals, that was the issue with Indiana on Tuesday. They struggled mightily early, but they kind of found their rhythm later on. But if you can get that footing early on, if you're Akron, that is so huge.
At that 3-hole, it's the first baseman, Jacob Gillis. He taps his first pitch. Tucker Beal into the glove of Blake Bowen, and that's going to end the inning. Just a few pitches for Elijah Griffith. Under 10 to conclude the first inning. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. This is Jared Matheny with Summit City Sports and Indiana Tech Athletics, a proud SportsLink alum. Go Cards!
Top of the second about to be underway between Ball State and Akron. Still a 0-0 ball game. Brendan Garza on the bump, and he'll face first Easton Abedson.
A matchup where Akron has a lot of lefties in this lineup, and that could be tough for Garza, but so far it hasn't been too much of an issue.
Munson playing designated hitter today. Righty on lefty, his first pitch high and deep into left field. Thomas waves for fair catch, and 1 pitch, 1 out.
What's with both teams today, Dylan? Swinging at the first pitch, putting the ball in play. It seems like both Akron and Ball State are getting aggressive.
Well, I like the idea of coming out aggressive like that.
Second baseman, number 29.
Nonetheless, it's a fly out to left, and up comes Brady Bowen, the second brother. We saw Blake earlier on, struck out to end the half inning. First pitch from Garza. Thought it tapped the corner. No, it'll be ball 1.
Yeah, finally another righty for Garza to face.
A few guys from Worcester, Ohio, both Bowen brothers, among others. Garza kicks and fires. Breaker is right in there to even up the count at 1s.
Now we're getting a lot more movement on that slider. That's what Garza needs. And if he's in a zone with that slider, oh, this could be bad news for the Zips.
Brady Bowen, labeled as a utility on the roster, he really can do just about everything. He laces it to Griffiths. Griffiths to Gillis, out number 2. Be a 6-3 on the score sheet. Very quick outings so far.
And for both pitchers as well. I mean, a matchup where I think we got rain coming in the next hour. We've had sprinkles in the area. So maybe for the best that they're moving quick.
There is a little bit of concern about that down the line. Garza, his first pitch to Mitchell Simchek, the catcher, in for a strike.
Another first-team all-name guy, because that last, we pronounce it Simchek, but it's spelled completely different.
SZYMCZAK. Whatever it is, he's behind the backstop for the Zips. A chess match between him and Kalk.
You know, baseball nicknames are kind of the laziest ones out there. I guarantee the guys call him Sim, or they call him Check. It's always just a shortened version of their first or last name.
Sure. Jacob Gillis is Gilly. Garza doesn't have control on that next pitch and taps Simchek on the shoulder.
That can be a dangerous thing for a pitcher, even with 2 outs of you have a guy all of a sudden hitting him. It could be a tough thing for an arm, but in the same vein, if you just mentally move past it, you should be fine, especially with 2 gone.
So Akron will be first to go through their order. Tucker Beal batting at the 9-hole. He's at shortstop today for the Zips. He's another guy similar to Ball State where it's kind of that double leadoff strategy. Garza tries a pickoff, unsuccessful.
That's really solid strategy too, especially when you look at the stolen base numbers. He has 12 stolen bags. To have that kind of versatility in that 9 spot, kind of like what the Cardinals have with Gavin Bayless, is huge.
Coach Maloney has talked about the fact that he loves playing with the pieces in the batting order of who could be a leadoff batter and setting all of them close to one another. We've seen Malik Perkins in the 8-hole. We've seen Brett Griffiths bat second. Both guys that have some speed to them as well. Garza now works it to 0-2. Another pickoff try for Garza. It's his 3rd of this at-bat.
This is why down the line, maybe not in this matchup, but this weekend I really want to see Alex Burden, because Burden as a lefty has that incredible pickoff move.
This one for Garza outside to make it 1-1, but it makes sense with Simchek. He's got a number of stolen bases on the year under his belt.
Yeah, as a catcher, you don't expect many stolen bags, and that's really the case with Simchek.
Saw it in the Ohio game, or Xavier game, Tyler Stack had quite a strange number of bases taken.
Yeah, most teams, it's a situation where it's the 9th inning, your catcher gets on base. They're going to pinch run for the guy. That's kind of how it goes for most teams, and Xavier was kind of a rare exception with Stack.
It's 2-1 now between Garza and Beal. Kicks and fires. Right past the glove of Griffiths, it'll go to left field to Kensky Thomas. Runners on first and second now with 2 gone, and we go to the top of the order with Kelton Phillips.
Well, I've seen not just from Brendan Garza, but for really all of the Cardinals starters, that they'll start hot. But then there's that one stretch with 2 outs where they just can't get out of the inning. If you can get out of the inning here, this would be oh so huge for Garza.
Simchek on second, Beal on first, and it's the leadoff Kelton Phillips. He's got some speed to him as well, playing center.
Nobody wants to face the entire order through 2 innings, but for Garza, you have to combat that and really just get some weak contact on a play like this.
Garza looking back at Simchek before firing. Right past Brendan Garza into the glove of Bayless. Simchek's coming home. The throw will be to third to cut off Beal. And Akron strikes first. Mitchell Simchek coming around from second to make it a 1-0 ball game.
That was not weak contact, not even in the slightest. Just ripped into center field. Perfect placement by Phillips, and early advantage for the Zips.
Back up top to the 2-hole hitter, Prince Dabowski. Still 2 gone. Runners now on first and second. Garza lost his control on that one. 93 miles an hour, but almost hit the dirt. Save from Max Kalk, and now it's a time for a mound meeting.
If there is a command problem, when you're throwing 93, you're topping out there, don't be afraid to take some off. If you can throw even 89 or 90, that's still very good for the Mid-American Conference. So I think if you take a little bit off of that fastball, and if it helps with the command, then so be it.
Jason Kendall, the old Pirates catcher, has a story of adding and subtracting and telling his pitcher to do so. There was kind of a signal, he would wipe his glove one way on his jersey to say, hey, take a little bit off this one. To wipe it the other way to say, hey, throw as much as you can into this one.
I love the amount of signs that coaches have, catchers have. It's one of the fun parts of the game.
Do just about anything. Get your message off. 1-0 for Garza. He steps off. The throw to second to keep runner there, Beal.
And to decipher them is another difficult thing. I've talked to many coaches of have you ever gotten the vibe that, someone's stealing your signs, and they're like, yeah, we have to change them all the time.
A lot of coaches talk about the fact that some signs are decoys, some are accurate. It really just depends on the team and the players. 1-1 now for Garza, but seen it before in the sense that, maybe the second sign in one big exchange is the one that matters.
Yeah, a lot of coaches I know, they do the fake wipe off where they like they're wiping it off, but they're really not.
Garza, first big swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Dabowski now behind. It's nodding his head. He knows it got him. That was 93 right down the middle. Garza trying to get out of this half inning. 1 run scored already. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 strikeouts for Garza, but he gives up 1 run in the process. Bottom of the second coming shortly. Davidson, Griffiths, and Kalk coming up. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
Back here for the bottom of the second between Ball State and Akron. The Zips scored first off of an RBI from Kelton Phillips that brought Mitchell Simchek home. Elijah Griffiths will stay in. Due up is Brady Davidson, one of my favorite stories across the MAC. Didn't get any time this season, but comes in the Western Michigan Series. Since then, he's been batting .444.
Yeah, I remember listening to the radio because I didn't quite know the story of Brady before that. I just knew he was a guy on the roster. I was listening to Mick Tidrow on the radio, and then I hear Brady Davidson knocks one through in the right field gap, and I'm like, wait a second. But then you do some digging, you find out that he was supposed to be in that spot to begin with, but he just got hurt in fall ball. Talking to the guy, he was eager to play, finally got his chance, and he's really made the most of it.
Done quite a nice job this season. Now finds himself as a second baseman batting cleanup. No runners to work with. Cards went 3 up, 3 down in the first inning. First pitch inside for ball 1. Next offering, it'll be low, and Davidson has an early lead in the count. Stare down of Griffiths and Davidson, the third offering. Still can't get it in the zone. It's 3-0.
Yeah, when you walk guys like this is the first time we've really seen him face a lefty too, so maybe this is a sign of potential struggle against lefty bats.
Is there a green light? The 3-0. Stands in, watches strike 1 go by. Would have thought with some quick aggression that we've seen in this one, there might have been a chance to try swing on it.
That would be something, Dylan.
The 3-1 now from Griffith. Tapped off his foot and rolls foul.
But a lot of the time, coaches always talk about don't take selfish swings. And in many cases, a 3-0 swing would be selfish unless you have the green light.
Even if you put that ball in play, there's a non-zero chance you fly out, you ground it out. If it's not a base hit or a homer, it's a useless thing. The 3-2 inside almost hit Davidson's leg. Instead, a free trip 90 feet for Griffith's first walk.
That's a big play for the Cardinals to have a leadoff walk. It's big to have now a big part of the lineup up with Griffiths, Kalk, Thomas, nobody out. That is big for Ball State.
What we've seen throughout the year with this Cardinal squad, They've been really deep from top to bottom. Several pinch hitters coming in and delivering. And even their substitutes, some of the midweek guys, have come in and performed very well. First pitch to Griffiths outside in that lefty batter's box. It's 1-0. Griffiths, a guy batting exactly 300 to this point. He's been a mainstay at shortstop. Ball rolls foul, but
that looked fair.
Looked very fair. Our friends in black were very animated on that decision.
Hey, even the Ball State dugout was like, whoa, whoa.
There was enough of a finger point to where it looked like he was ejecting someone for a moment. The 1-1, Griffith to Griffiths. Right into third. There's a chance to turn it. Morgan, Bowen. They get one at second, but Griffiths uses that speed to get on first. It's a fielder's choice.
And that's really what it leads to, is that had that been a fair ball, that's a run for the Cardinals. Then you have that. It's a big swing. But luckily with Max Kalk, another lefty bat, which that first lefty that Griffith faced, he kind of struggled against. We'll see if that continues with a very patient hitter in Max Kalk.
Coach Maloney has raved about Kalk this season, calling him a vocal leader. Griffiths got ready to stunt to second. Instead, the pickoff try means he's out.
Griffith also tapped on his head. He said he wanted a review. He still wants one. Luke Jasic, the first base coach, says, hey, we want it too, and I think that's what we're going to get here.
It was a very quick decision from Griffiths, but it's undisputed. He was getting ready to stunt to second on that. That's what could have caught him.
In the moment, I thought he was out. In the moment.
In my unprofessional opinion, from our spot here up high, I also believe he was out. We will find out. We are officially under review.
Because it's one thing, because, like, Brett's always going to think he's safe. But to have Luke Jasic be like, hey, let's look at that. Because some first base coaches will be like, hey, stop. let's move on. Let's move forward. Now it's 2 outs. We got to move past this. But no, Luke was like, hey, we should probably take a look at this.
Hey, every once in a while, you need a second opinion, and Jasic is that guy. So the standoff begins at Shebek Stadium.
People forget how good of a pitcher Luke was at Ball State. Luke was actually a part of a combined no-hitter in 2019, which was actually the last Cardinal no-hitter before Garza's a few weeks back. Luke is also a big part of the traveling coordination. He makes all the itineraries. Rich Maloney's always telling him, "Oh, we gotta go to this place, that place," and Luke always gets those reservations ready.
Well, hey, that's the all other duties as assigned part of his job, right?
It's difficult. There are times where I'm like, Luke, how do you do this, man? And he does it perfectly.
Almost a concierge of this team, as well as a first base coach, assistant coach, former pitcher. He does it all. Swiss Army knife in that corner.
Which is what I really like about having Luke on the staff for Ball State is Justin Wexler is the pitching coach, but Luke being there as another assistant kind of serves as a second pitching coach, which I think is huge.
The Cardinals need it at this point. They've been struggling all year, and the biggest thing that we've talked about at length is the issues with pitching, especially the starters.
And there are times where, Luke will go out there, talk to guys. Justin will, or it'll be Rich, whoever it may be. But, pitching has been an issue, especially going into the MAC tournament in really about a month. Kind of crazy to think about that we're almost a month out from that, where arms, they need to be ready for that. You have to be ready to go long if you're a starter. You have to be ready to go. If you're used to going 5, well, get ready to go 6 or 7. It's one of those things where, as a bullpen arm too, you have to be ready to go at any given time. I think the top bullpen guys for any team in a conference, they'll have that solidified by the time May rolls around.
And for much of the season, with the starters struggling, it was the long relief for Ball State that kept them in it.
John Chambers and Owen Quinn have really nailed it out of the park throughout this season. Chambers especially. Owen Quinn, he came into that Indiana game on Tuesday. That's how much you know Rich Maloney wanted to win that game, because Xander Bretza and Owen Quinn pitched in that game. But Chambers has been lights out. Quinn struggled a little bit in that game, but he's been solid.
We could see both Bretza and Quinn in this one. The officials come back. The call is confirmed. Griffiths is out. It was a good try, but it means 2 are gone for Max Kalk.
Yeah, that's another thing where, like, it's a really tough thing to look at, especially because there's no ESPN Plus crew here today, so the camera angles are going to be a little bit more difficult to track. I believe they have Aware here. I think that's the cameras that you see posted up, kind of like surveillance cameras.
It's almost like huddle cameras. Kalk shows bunt high and down the third base line, but Simchak can't get on it. 0-1.
Yeah, high schools use Aware. Professional teams use Aware too, like indie ball mostly. So really all levels.
Was there such a thing as too many angles?
Oh, not at all. I don't think so.
So after a long intermission, Elijah Griffith stands off against Max Kalk. The 0-1 inside, just like that 0-2.
I think the angles that they would be going for on that first base pickoff would be the one that's mounted on the right field foul post and the one that's towards the first base dugout.
0-2 for Kalk, swinging foul. That umpire at first base, Scott Wickoff, made the call that Griffith was out. He was correct. He's 1 for 1 today.
There you go. And the Cardinals 0 for 1 on any kind of challenge, if you want to call it that.
Griffiths tries to finish it off. High, looking for the chase, but Kalk doesn't bite.
I'm just curious. ABS is the big thing in the MLB for balls and strikes. It's only a matter of time before the college game introduces it as well.
I would think that you could see it, but considering the discrepancy of funding between conferences, I wonder if that could be an issue. An SEC team could probably afford something like that, but could a team at the mid-major level do such a thing?
Yeah, because but also what happens when a team like an LSU plays like Merrimack?
Right.
Then that becomes an issue.
Griffiths still trying to put it away. Count is evened up at 2-2. He's been trying for that fastball high. You got to wonder if this is a setup for that slider.
That's what it seems like. Griffith's been setting that up as a 2-strike pitch all day. You expect that to be the approach.
There it is. It's down low. Does it get through the infield? No. Beal to Bowen. Gets it in time, and that'll end the inning. After 2 innings of play, the Akron Zips lead the Ball State Cardinals 1-0. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Hey Cardinal fans, show your pride wherever you go with the Ball State Financial Debit Card, now featuring your favorite mascot, Charlie Cardinal. It's the perfect card for students, alumni, and lifelong fans, letting you show your Cardinal spirit with every purchase you make. And with Ball State Financial, you'll get all the convenience, security, and hometown service you deserve from people who love this community as much as you do. Explore the card in your hometown credit union at fcfcu.com/chirp. Ball State Financial, your hometown credit union.
You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital. This is Hadassah Harris with CBS's WLFI 18, a proud SportsLink alum. Chirp, chirp.
(1-0) Akron Zip lead against the Ball State Cardinals. The top of the third about to be underway. Due up first, our impact player, Brody Chrisman. He walked and made it all the way to third in his first trip around. Also, Brennan Morgan and Blake Bowen we will see in this inning, but it has gotten a little bit darker at Shebek Stadium. We knew that rain would be a concern. I don't want to set the panic button yet, but the non-zero chance that we could get a little bit of a drizzle soon.
Oh, yeah, and that would be no big deal because we're on a turf field. That's the really great thing about Shebek Stadium and really any turf field is you can play quite a bit. It really becomes a matter of, is the range just completely unbearable?
So it'll be Brody Krishnan. Garza now going into that gauntlet of lefties. Garza, to this point, out of his 6 outs, 3 of them come from the strikeout. His first pitch, big hack from Krishnan, but can't connect. It's 0-1.
Love that heater from Garza. He took a little bit off of it as well, adding and subtracting like you mentioned earlier.
We've seen him top out at 93 today. That one was 91 and in the zone. Garza, his second offering. This time, Krishnan waits on it. An unassisted putout by Jacob Gillis goes right into his glove, and he finishes the job.
Oh, yeah, easy pickings for Gillis over at first base to get that done. Like you said, it's a gauntlet of lefties. But for a guy like Brendan Morgan, you get a little bit of a break from that, which is nice. But still, it's not really a break when you got a guy who's batting .282 and ripped a single off view in his last at-bat.
Morgan is no stranger to the MAC. Started his collegiate career with the Central Michigan Chippewas. Garza's first pitch. We talked about control being an issue. That one, registering as a wild pitch, couldn't get into the glove of Kalk and hits off the backstop.
Brendan Morgan was a huge addition in the transfer portal because he was at Murray State last year, a team that was in the thick of it in the College World Series, and he was actually a big part of that team.
Again, we mentioned that he's got experience in both the infield and in pitching. He's another one of these guys that proving to be just a super utility man.
Yeah, I mean, Morgan, and then on deck, Blake Bowen is another guy that when he was at Kentucky was in the College World Series, but he didn't play when he was at Kentucky.
Garza trying to get back in this count. That one's low. Ball State dugout not happy about it, but it's 3-0.
It's a shame because that was really pretty movement from Garza, really solid stuff, but like you said, missed a little bit too low.
This would be Garza's second walk of the day. Here it is, the 3-0 to Morgan, right down the middle for strike one. And we've talked about it before, a 3-0 count. You know a fastball is coming. It's the biggest hitter's zone or strike zone, in all of baseball. You know that fastball is coming. You know it's going to be remotely close to the zone. Garza, another fastball makes it 3-2, full count.
But 92 on the gun right there. Garza, he's got some velo on that. He is really a guy that you can rely upon when it comes to just throwing heat.
Morgan, his second swing of this at-bat, gets on it early for foul. Brendan Garza started this count down 3-0. Now has evened it back to 3-2. Big breath from the man on the bump. He says yes. The kick and delivery. It'll be out of play right about the parking lot area, Roen.
I think we parked somewhat close to each other, far away. You know the deal.
Got to leave just enough space, hopefully it falls in that happy median. Some sort of luck attached to that. The 3-2, it'll be laced past the glove of Musler. Base hit with one gone for Brendan Morgan, and it's his second of the day.
What can you say? Another great piece of hitting for Brendan Morgan in a 3-2 count. It's difficult to have an aggressive hack like that, but the way he was able to commit to it all the way was some really solid stuff.
Garza has given up 4 base hits to this point, 2 of them from that cleanup batter, Morgan. Here's another lefty now. It'll be Blake Bowen. Now if you're Garza, not only do you have to worry about control, but you have to worry about that base runner. Sure enough, easy or quick pickoff.
Yeah, knowing that Akron's an aggressive team, Morgan, a guy that hasn't stolen a lot of bags, only 2, but it's something you have to worry about.
Garza. That one is hit high by Bowen. It'll go barely out of the infield. Griffiths tracking it down for out number 2.
Yeah, that's maybe one of the best case scenarios for Ball State right there, because it's not one of those sacrifice plays where, sure, runner at first is out, but then you got a guy at second still. It's infield pop-up, easy pickings for Griffiths.
All these pitchers with their pitch mix and the way they throw certainly have an archetype. There's a swing and miss guy like Brendan Garza, but you've also got a ground ball guy like Elijah Griffith. Garza, his first pitch, a big swing and a miss from Easton Amundsen.
Yeah, a guy that is a JUCO product. He was really a great hitter at the JUCO level. He was at Liberty before that, so back in the D1 game.
He's another guy that also pitched in high school. And I know we've talked about it before in baseball and other sports, but it feels like sports as a whole are becoming increasingly more positionless.
Oh, yeah, and I know it's kind of crazy to say it like this, but I think the way Shohei Ohtani has inspired so many kids, you're going to see a lot more two-way players.
Well, and often you see people that might hit, might be in the field, could pitch as well. It can just be true Swiss Army knives, and we've seen it more and more in the majors as well, guys that can play at pretty much any spot of the field. I mean, think of Gavin Bayless for this Ball State team. Garza, his offering in the dirt for ball 2.
Now, we may see an upswing of more two-way players down the road, but I don't know if we're ever going to get one that's so good in both pitching and hitting as a guy like Shohei Ohtani. I think that'll be a while, maybe not even in our lifetime.
Well, you know, at the same time, there were people that watched Babe Ruth play and
Yes.
said that there will never be somebody like this again. But you can make an argument that Babe Ruth walked so Shohei could run. Garza's pitch was nice. The ruling is that Bowen went around. But the argument with Shohei and the stuff that he's doing now at this day and age, the common theme is that, you know, we were not going to see a talent like this again, but if you give it enough time, one could think so.
Oh, especially with the way people are just getting more and more athletic.
The thing is, Ohtani could retire today, right now, and he would be considered one of the greatest players in baseball history, maybe the greatest.
Oh, yeah. I think of him in my top 10 already. I don't think that's ridiculous to say.
Would you put him in your top 5?
I don't know. That's something I'd have to think about. He's close.
Who's your 1?
Willie Mays.
Good answer. Liner right by Garza. Instead, into the glove of Griffiths, and that will end the inning. Morgan had a chase to second, but instead, a ground out Davidson to Gillis to close out the top of the third. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Back in action here at Shebek Stadium, and it's the 7-8-9 due up for Ball State. Kensky Thomas will be in there first. Charlie Keller, the right fielder at that 8-hole. And then Gavin Bayless, the center fielder, batting 9th in that double leadoff position that we've talked so much about with Coach Maloney. The Akron order, you see the first 3 batters are those guys in the outfield, Phillips, Dabowski, and Sherman. As for Ball State, it's Thomas, Keller, and Bayless. The throw to second will be underway momentarily. Akron leads 1-0 in game 1 of 3. So we will see Kensky Thomas dig in for the first time today. The transfer from Jacksonville State. Hit a pinch hit grand slam earlier in the year against the Central Michigan Chippewas, but he also leads this team in strikeouts. Big time swinger, but has a tendency to miss. His first pitch right into the glove of Beal. And the throw to Bowen is not in time. All the way by the dugout. Simchek is there to recover, but Thomas can leg it out for a leadoff double.
That is something else, Dylan. Just watching that last piece of hitting from Kenski Thomas, the way he was able to rip that ball, first pitch aggressiveness, really love it for the Cardinals. And even with a little bit of misplay, it still works.
We mentioned before all sorts of guys in this Cardinal lineup that have threats of speed. That time it was Kenski Thomas, the outfielder, that was able to leg out too. He registered as an error from Tucker Beal at that shortstop spot. And in comes Charlie Keller. Keller against Griffiths. Big hack. Can't get any of it. 0-1. So from Kenski Thomas to Charlie Keller, both guys that came in from Jacksonville State.
Yeah, just 1 year apart, too. That's the unfortunate part. They didn't play with each other there.
Get the chance to do so now in the Cardinal and white. The 0-1 from Griffith. Inside a little too much. 1-1.
Charlie Keller is a guy that's been gnawing at the bit to try and get into these games because of an injury that sidelined him for close to a month. But now he's back and got a hit against Manchester.
He went out on March 13th in that first Eastern Michigan game and then didn't return until April 7th in that Indiana game that you were at on Tuesday. So nice to see him back in action. At this point, it's just trying to get him back into the swing of things.
Yeah, and he kind of left on a sour note because that Eastern Michigan game, he went 0 for 5. So that was something that he had to combat as well.
It's been an issue with Coach Maloney of trying to find that last outfielder. In that Ohio series, we saw Malik Perkins getting a lot of action in center. Bayless had moved to right. Thomas stayed in left. Even Kendrick Syracuse got some time as well.
Yeah, Malik's been really good. I think Rich just knew that it was time to get Charlie Keller some reps.
At this point, I think you have to. There's another lefty presence to the order. The 1-2 from Griffith. Jumps on it early down the first base line, but foul. That bounced off the wall and all the way to right field. Had some pop to it.
How about that?
There's no ball boy over there that's able to give it to a kid or something.
I wish. I think you have to return baseballs here.
Do they really?
Yeah, including that Easter egg you found.
Oh.
I won't tell anyone.
Yeah, no. There's in BP, there was a chance to, there was one outside of the stadium, brought it in as we were talking to coaches, but probably looked a little bit suspect to just hold it in your hand as you were walking out of the gate. Big swing and miss from Charlie Keller makes it 1-2. But now there's some discussion.
Easter egg is actually an industry, if you want to call it an industry term amongst people that collect baseballs, of balls that are like hidden across the concourse.
Don't really know what's going on now, but the Ball State dugout is jeering in jubilation.
It's actually, I think it's a debate right now whether that last pitch was foul or not. It was a 1-2 count. Keller fouled it down. Home plate umpire said, yes, it was a foul ball, went off of home plate. But there's a little bit of a debate. There's some discussion whether or not that's the case or not. But either way, it's hard. That's a hard one to go back on.
Well, there have been two in this game now that there's been quite the debate as whether or not it stayed fair. It will be a foul. Keller will stay alive. You can hear it. It's the loudest we've heard Shebek all day. Little added pressure for Elijah Griffith. Griffith just one strikeout today, hoping to get number 2. Here it is. Outside, Keller still in there. It's 2-2.
That is a gutsy take by Keller, but I really like it. Taking that outside slider that Griffiths doesn't really throw too often, but he did that time with 2 strikes.
Just trying to touch that corner back door, but just couldn't get enough break on it. Here we go, the 2-2. Fouled by Keller, and Ball State getting loud in their dugout. They're happy to see this guy back.
I love to see it, how supportive these guys are. And they just splashed some, I think some seeds up in the air.
One of the most fun things about baseball, softball, you see it in volleyball as well. The attitude is just so positive. All right, here we go. Pressure on Griffith, the 2-2. Thomas at second. Big swing and a miss. To be out number one, a long strut off the mound for Elijah Griffith. He gets it away from Keller.
That's a pretty difficult out to get because, one, you're facing a lefty as a righty arm, but also with the Cardinals screaming out of that dugout, that is a tough out to get.
And here comes the gamesmanship. This is exactly what I think both coaches wanted to see, get a little action going. And who else to do that for Ball State but Gavin Bayless, the 9-hole hitter? First pitch he sees is high for ball one. Off of the immediate cheers from Ball State, it seems like this loudness will stick around for quite a while.
Oh, yeah, nobody's sitting down in that dugout to paint the picture.
Brody Bowen keeps feinting back and forth to second. This time it will be a pickoff try. Thomas gets back in time.
Hey, but the splashing of the sunflower seeds in the air, I'm all for it. I think it's great.
You gotta love it, but hey, it's a waste of seeds.
Oh, yeah, I mean, those are meant for everything else, but...
Well, you know, there's eating, there's spitting, there's all of that, but throwing, didn't know that a seed could be so versatile. 2-0 now to Gavin Bayless.
And that might be tough to clean up from the turf, too.
Yeah, that's tough. Have to give a little something extra to the groundskeepers and managers of this field. 2-0, Bayless is ahead. First time Griffiths has been in real trouble. Puts a little too much on at 87 in the other batter's box. Bayless up 3-0.
It's not too often where it's the third inning and it's the first time we see Gavin Bayless.
Hitting. Haven't really said it all year, but the hitting has been struggling for Ball State. No hits to this point. The 3-0 in there for a strike.
It's all about run support. Brendan Garza pitching yet another beauty today, but you got to be able to back him up. And as a hitter, you feel inclined to do so when your pitcher is doing oh so well.
He's had 5 hits so far, Garza, but just one run allowed. Bayless at first showed bunt, pulls back, it's outside, ball 4. Thomas will stay at second. Bayless goes 90 feet.
That can be dangerous for Akron, even with Bayless not being the lead runner, to have Thomas out ahead, just to have Bayless on the base pads. No matter what, whoever's in front of him, it can be anyone, Bayless will still be a threat at first.
Now Coach Faulds comes out. Full team discussion. The infield joins in for this discourse. No activity in the Akron bullpen just yet, so just a chance to try and bring Griffiths back in.
And then you go back to the top of the order with Braden Hebner. The last time we saw him, he struck out looking on a strike 3 pitch that was pretty questionable, you could say.
Get back in action now. Braden Hebner will dig in for his second time today. He struck out looking in his first appearance. He didn't like it. Looked high, but strike 3 was called. He gets a chance to redeem himself now. His first pitch, he cracks it high. Could go out of play. Hustling our 3 infielders and out of bounds.
That's the way it goes with Hebner. He's going to be aggressive from the jump. But what I really loved about him, it was the Indiana at-bat where he homered on the second pitch. That was probably my favorite at-bat from his on the season, where first pitch looks at a strike, and then he's like, all right, if you give me again, I'm going to crush it. And he gave it to him again.
And you've brought this up multiple times before. He didn't begin the year as an everyday guy. Now he's 3rd in the MAC in batting average, 2nd in OPS, 1st in slugging percentage. Wanted a backdoor break. Instead, it's 1-1.
It's crazy to think about Dylan, but a lot of it comes down to experimenting. He was going to get his opportunity no matter what, but it wasn't until maybe 5 games in where he really became like one of those guys.
Griffiths. Hebner laces it just enough and finds the campfire. Running home is Thomas. Nope, he'll stay at 3rd. Bases are juiced for the 2-hole Ryan Musler.
That's some really solid contact. It was in on the hands, yet was still able to get enough on it to drop in the left center. This is a golden opportunity for the Cardinals.
Just a nice little bloop single for Braden Hebner.
Third baseman Ryan Musler.
Ryan Musler will dig in. For much of the season, we saw him batting at that cleanup spot. Now he moves up to second, and Griffiths, who was the 2-hole hitter for a long while, is at the 5-hole. Musler, bases juiced, right into the glove of Brennan Morgan. This is a great liner, went straight into the leather of Morgan. And now it's 2 gone for Jacob Gillis.
Ryan Musler has seen 2 pitches today, and he swung at both of them, and they've both gone to the way of Brennan Morgan. That's something else.
Gillis will dig in. He grounded out to Beal in his first plate appearance. He's trying to get anything in the air at this point. Instead, it's on the ground. Beal, diving extension. He can't get there. Thomas will score. Bayless will score. Gillis, a 2 RBI single. Hebner moves to third.
Gillis, another guy who has seen 2 pitches today. First one was up the middle to the shortstop where it was collected by Tucker Beal. The second one was also up the middle, but that time splitting that gap, that 6'4" gap, if you want to call it. That was just some unreal stuff from Gillis.
Ball State now takes their lead 2-1. It's their first lead of the day here in the bottom of the third, and Brady Davidson steps in with runners on the corners. He was the first base runner today. He got walked in the second inning. Much of that at-bat against Davidson, we saw inside pitches. There was another one right there, almost hit Davidson's shin, 1-0.
And one of those things where inside part of the plate against lefties, it's been a struggle for Griffith, and if that continues, it might be even harder for him to stay in this game.
Griffith trying to get his control back. Davidson was close enough to where it could have been fair, but into the glove of Blake Bowen. Foul called.
That was funny. Blake Bowen knew it was foul, but he did like the fake little frame job on the foul line as if it was fair.
It's like Ozzie Smith trying to blow a ball foul.
Oh, yeah.
Runners on the corners. 2 outs, 1-1 to Davidson. Here it is. It's right down the middle. This time, Beal can corral, gets it into second base, and that's going to end the inning, but not before. Ball State scores 2 off a 2 RBI single from Jacob Gillis. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. 4th inning coming up.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. Gainbridge lets you invest on your terms, so you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Top of the 4th, about to be underway. Due up for the Akron Zips, Brady Bowen, Mitchell Simchek, and Tucker Beal. But rain has officially come down to Shebek Stadium, added with a little bit of wind. It's blowing out to right today. You can see it coming down. It's starting to be pretty hard.
It's really hard to see and get a feel for it, so hold on one second.
Color commentator by day, meteorologist by night. Roen Elbert embracing the elements.
A little drizzle should be fine.
Yeah, got it back. All right. Good to know. Glad you could take one for the team on that. Garza, his first pitch to Bowen, in there for strike one.
I'm not going to lie, I was a little scared when I opened that door just by the look of it, but it's very soft coming down. But that wind does play a factor with it.
It's almost like the mist setting on a hose. Big swing and a miss. Strike two now.
And that's one of those things that just reminds me of a summer day, and we're right there.
Garza. 3 pitches, 3 strikes? No. Technically a strike, but fouled out of play.
But for Brendan to start 0-2, that's big to open up this inning, this half inning where he's hot right now. He's got to continue this hot streak. If the Cardinals are getting run support now for him, finally.
3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings, none since. Almost had one there, instead it's ball 1. Garza has had 2 staple performances this year. There was the no-hitter against Ohio, and then a 1-hit performance against Hawaii.
And that was the 9-inning CG for him. No runs in Hawaii. That was huge. And he is Hawaiian himself, so that had to mean a lot to him.
He did a backflip right after. 2-2 now. This one, comebacker, came very close to our way, but hey, that protective netting is right there.
That was like maybe an inch from the top of that protective netting.
Well, I always talk about, and we mentioned this in the Xavier game, like there's always one time where a foul is coming back our way, you flinch just once, and then you remember that there's netting there. Garza goes for the chase, but the count is full. Now, early on in some of these at-bats, we saw Garza down as much as 3-0 and then come back. In this case, started 0-2. The count's full once more. Here it is, the payoff. Inside for ball 4. Hyping up his guys is Brady Bowen. It'll be a walk for Garza, his second of the day.
Yeah, leadoff walks are never what you want if you're Brendan Garza, but it's about how you combat them. If you look at that second inning, really that was the situation where he had the HBP, and that's what scored a run. That became a problem. You can't let that be an issue.
Got to worry about control at this point as the rain gets harder.
I'm not going back out there, by the way.
Oh, you should. Mitchell Simchak digs in for his second time today. He was hit by a pitch in the second. It ended up being the only run for the Zips so far. They're down 2-1 to this point. Now Garza down 2-0, so we're going the other way.
That's what it seems like in this inning where he was getting behind. He's getting behind here, but he was way out ahead in that last at-bat.
5 straight balls for Brendan Garza. There's the strike. Haven't seen it in a while, but it's 2-1.
89 on that fastball, too. When he takes more off of it, it's going to get a bit more movement, which I think gives it a lot more of a nasty appeal.
Garza stares down Bowen. And now here's the pitch. Lifted high, down the first base line. It'll be a question of if it's in play, but with that wind, it drifts out. Now Garza can breathe a little bit more. It's a 2-1 count. Garza one more time for good measure. Stares down Brady Bowen, the 2-2. This one tapped high. Brett Griffiths races back and makes the catch for out number 1. Second flyout that's come his way today.
The good news is for Brendan Garza is that you're facing a guy like Tucker Beal in the 9 spot who last time around got the better of you, sure, but it's a really good opportunity. And maybe if you can get this out, it's a bit more of a cushion when you face the top of the order and Kelton Phillips, who's had Garza's number.
Tucker Beal, a transfer from on loan college, 14th in the MAC in batting average. His first pitch. Discussion as to whether he checked. Strike nonetheless. Lead off one more time from Bowen. He looks springy before racing back to first on a pickoff.
Like you said, this Akron team, they are aggressive on the base paths, and you expect nothing less.
Beal, that leadoff guy, has 12 stolen bags on the year. If he could get on base, you know that that's a threat as well. Watches a pitch go inside, and we're back at 1-1. We'll try it again. 1-1. Inside for a strike, and Garza's ahead. Tucker Beal coming off a struggling game against Kent. 0 for 3. Yes, he had a run. He got walked and stole a bag in the process, but also struck out in one of his plate appearances. This one tapped right by Garza. He stays down for a moment. Racing to third is Bowen. Runners on the corners. Bowen almost slid out of third base.
What a great situation for Akron to be in now, where you have one out. The tying run is 90 feet away from the plate. Kelton Phillips, he's been putting balls in play all day. He has been very solid in that regard. That's really all he needs to do here. We're back to a tied ball game, and it kind of feels like a new ball game in this fourth inning if you are able to get that run in.
And it was Phillips that got the ribby to bring in Mitchell Simchek, so he's got a chance to do so again here now. The runner on third is Bowen. On first, it's Beal. Beal will take off. This time, Kalk will throw. Bowen stays at third. Nonetheless, Beal is safe for steal number 13.
That's what I find really interesting with Brady Bowen. A pitcher. This guy is a pitcher. A utility player listed on the roster, but he's pitched quite a bit. And he's able to steal bags with that much ease. That's crazy to me.
He's been able to start a couple games, had some appearances in long relief, really coming out of the bullpen more than anything every once in a while. And he's been pretty productive on the bats as well. 1-1 now for Kelton Phillips.
Yeah, you have to like what you've seen from Brady Bowen. Only a freshman, too. His older brother, Blake, just a year older, was at Kentucky, so he's got that background as well. He's been a mentor for Brady.
He's a real do-it-all guy. That time low and away for ball 2.
I wonder if that was like a team thing with Brady and Blake of like, okay, we're going to Akron.
Well, Ball State women's basketball not too long ago had Haley and Olivia Smith. Big swing and miss. Count is even up at 2-2.
But those two, I think they were going to be together regardless. They were identical twins. Like that's crazy.
And even we got the chance to look at Ball State Lewis volleyball last night, and they had two guys that were twin. One was an outside hitter, one was a middle blocker. Garza gets strikeout number 4 on Kelton Phillips, and that is a big at-bat for Garza.
Yeah, to get that with 2 strikes and go with the fastball. Look at this. Rich Maloney's, instead of a walk out to the mound, he's running out there, but I think because of the rain.
Could be some intensity now. Is it a discussion for Prince Dabowski? Or a chance to warm somebody up in the pen? We shall see.
And looking in the Ball State bullpen, I really see a whole lot of nothing at this point. I don't see much activity, if any.
A quiet pen on both sides. It's just a chance for Maloney to discuss. He's coming out there and saying, hey, nice job, good pitch. So here's Prince Dabowski. His 2 plate appearances, 2 strikeouts so far. Garza coming off K number 4. 1-0.
I'm just curious, though, because daylight is a thing that has been a problem at Shebek Stadium. Games have gotten delayed or canceled because of it. With it being cloudier, does that make more of an impact?
Dabowski lifts it down the first base line. Gillis is there and adjusts for the pop-out and foul territory. That'll end the half inning. Scary situation for Garza, but no runners score. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive car dock maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Lemon Lime bring us into the bottom of the fourth. Ball State leads 2-1 over the Akron Zips in game one of a 3-game weekend action series. Brett Griffiths will dig in now.
Here's my question. Do you think hip-hop could be hop-hip?
If you can convince enough people, you could do just about anything. Griffiths, his first pitch, tapped. It's a discussion as to who's going to field it. Griffith got it there, couldn't get it to Blake Bowen in time. An infield swinging bunt for Brett Griffiths.
That is something right there. That was a complete miscommunication from Elijah Griffith and Brendan Morgan on that third base side. But when it's in a situation like that, that's the pitcher's ball. I think that's something Morgan has to realize. And you would think he would realize that as he's a veteran. He's played Division I baseball for quite some time, with this being his fourth season. So you would think that he would know that, but you got to be able to back off and let the pitcher have his ball.
One pitch, one base runner. Early pressure for Elijah Griffith. And in comes Max Kalk, the lefty. High fastball makes it 1-0. I believe that was just a chance to give the catcher more time to pop up in case of a Griffith steal. We've seen that several times this year.
Yeah, he stole a bag against Manchester as well.
And there it is. There's the pickoff try. Griffiths gets back in time.
That's a big difference of stolen bags. Leading the team for Ball State's Gavin Bayless with 26, and then it's Brett Griffiths with 6.
Bayless leads the MAC in stolen bases, yes? Strike one evens it out.
Yeah, he does. And right behind him is Brody Chrisman. He has 21 of his own.
Checks out. Two speedy outfielders getting to square off today. Chrisman's the guy in right. Bayless has spent some time in right in the absence of Charlie Keller, but today he's in center. Griffiths races back, and the ball comes back to Griffith. It's quite the mouthful. Griffiths and Griffith.
Quite the matchup, too, of two guys that have been playing at a pretty high level throughout this season.
Elijah Griffith, the 1-1. Nope, another pickoff. 3 straight. One more look to first from Griffith, and 4 straight pickoffs.
Wow.
I thought I'd seen everything.
That's really what it's been today. Usually on the Ball State side, tracking Akron, but not as much with Akron today. But Griffiths does have a heavy leadoff.
So the Cardinal base runner will lead off once more, and this time runner goes. That's why they tried it. Does he get there in time? 2 straight tries, 2 straight misses for Brett Griffiths. It's been a tough day on the bases for him.
Yeah, that is a really tough thing because he got caught at first in a little bit of a rundown earlier. That time there's no debate. He went for a challenge last time, but this time around, really no change. How about this, though? Look at that shift for Akron. They're all going to the right side. The third baseman, Morgan, just went into that right side field.
Kalk Uses it against the shift off a bounce from Griffith. It'll get to Blake Bowen in time. Thought it would have pinballed to the open side of the field. Griffiths had a glove on it. Instead, it's Morgan that fields it really in that shortstop spot, like you said.
That is crazy to me, how Brendan Morgan just completely abandoned the third base position. If Call can just put a little tiny bit of something on that, then that could have been a base knock for the Cardinals.
And if you jump on something early, it's a grounder down the left field line, and it's a chance for extra bases very easily. Kensky Thomas digs back in. He was one of the 2 runs for Ball State. He was the first that tied it up.
Yeah, he scored on that error as well, or he reached on that error the last time around.
The 0-1 outside to even it out. Griffith delivers once more. And again, it's outside to make it 2-1 now. Griffiths will try again. That time it's a comebacker right by us. Woof.
Whoa. Right over the head of us. That is something.
Sure enough, right in front of us, it's none other than Patrick Rogers of Ball State Volleyball. Thought we saw a parent. Thomas laces it opposite side, and it'll fall in for a base hit. Chrisman gets it back into the infield, but not before Thomas gets to first.
We got base knocks, foul balls heading our way. We got celebrities in the house. What's going on?
Patrick Rogers coming off a 18-kill game last night in a tough loss against Lewis University.
Hey, he's got a big game tomorrow against Loyola.
Yeah, we had the chance to call that Lewis game on ESPN Plus, and then able to work that Loyola broadcast as well. Those are 2 fun ones. There's craziness going on across the MIVA. Charlie Keller will dig back in. He struck out in his lone plate appearance. That time he taps it foul and off his foot for 0-1. So Thomas will lead off from first. Keller, the right fielder, stares down the righty Elijah Griffith. Pickoff try on Thomas, unsuccessful. Roen, who is the most famous celebrity that you've ever met?
That's a tough one. Larry Bird's up there.
Nice.
Former Vice President Mike Pence is up there.
Wow. What brought you in the same room as Vice President Pence?
That was a crazy day. I think it was 4th grade. He was still the governor of Indiana.
Oh,
so it wasn't nearly as cool. but he still came in, talked to the kids. I spoke with him.
Nice. I was in the same room as Peyton Manning during Packers training camp.
Wow, that's something.
Yeah, he came to Lambeau on the same day that I was there for whatever reason. Maybe he knew I was coming.
Maybe.
Pitch to Keller. High. It'll get out of the infield, but it'll be Beal to race it down. Now there's some discussion. Beal ends up making the grab, but he almost let that land into the outfield. In dramatic fashion, that's going to end the 4th inning. Ball State still leads 2-1. Top of the 5th coming up very shortly. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
5th inning action underway between the Akron Zips and the Ball State Cardinals. The latter leads the former 2-1 through 4 innings of play, but Akron leads in that hit department, outbatting the Cardinals 6-4.
It's really been a day for Akron where Garza's pitched a gem so far, but Ball State, the run support hasn't been there. That Gillis RBI and the 2 RBI single, really, that's been it.
1 run allowed from Garza, 4 strikeouts in that time. But here comes one of the tougher tests in this Akron lineup. It's Brody Chrisman, our impact. This is the matchup that we want to see continuously. First pitch over the head of Brett Griffiths and into left in opposite field. 1 pitch for base hit for Brody Chrisman.
And no surprise. And really a surprise that it's his first base hit of the game. You'd think he'd get there earlier, but the walk kind of gave him some trouble.
Garza now has allowed 7 base hits on the day. Chrisman has is a guy that can cause some chaos on the bases. Wouldn't be shocked if we see a few pickoffs. Sure enough, there's one.
As he should. 21 stolen bags. That's been really something that's been a big part of his game. You have to be able to attack that if you're Garza.
So it'll be Blake Bowen to dig in once more. Bowen today 0 for 2. Flew out to Griffiths, but struck out in his first plate appearance. Fouls one off to make it an 0-1 count. Kalk tries to distribute it to Gillis. Kristen gets back to first in time.
Max Kalk playing some smart baseball once more. That's really what it comes down to. You got to keep a watchful eye on the speedster at first.
The 1-1 to Bowen. The outside just enough to make it 2-1.
1-2 count for Garza. I wonder if he goes with a fastball here, try and blow his doors off a little bit.
Haven't seen that fastball all too much in this at-bat. There it is. He's got some heat at 89. Ball is fair. Throw is to Gillis, not in time. And off the bag as well. It's a base hit. Tough throw for Ryan Musler.
He also did a 360 spin to even try and get that ball to first. That would have been a tough move for Musler. Great play, but the throw offline, but can you really blame him for it? Not at all.
It's one of the plays that, major players make it look so easy that it's almost really underappreciated. And at that college level, the high school level, it's hard to see something like that happen. After watching Manny Machado and Nolan Arenado do it left and right, I still got volleyball in my mind with Rogers in front of us. Pickoff try now to second. It gets by the glove of Griffiths. Both runners will advance. Just like that with no outs. 2 runners in scoring position on a costly error from Garza. Who would have thought his biggest loss of control today wouldn't be from him to the catcher call?
No.
It would be on the pickoff try to Griffiths.
That's crazy to me. But now you got 2 in scoring position, nobody out. This is a big jam for Garza, a jam that we haven't seen him in quite some time.
And this pitch over the head of Brady Davidson. 1 run scores. Coming in now is Bowen. Into Gillis. It's a 2 RBI base hit for Easton Amundsen.
That was just a really good piece of hitting from Blake Bowen that time to just get that over the head of Davidson and to make it a 3-2 ball game for Akron, a matchup where it seems like so far the Zips, I wouldn't say have been dominating because look at the score, it's tight, but in the hitting department, 9-4.
So now it'll be Easton Amundsen digging in. 2 straight lefties for the Akron Zips. He puts this one up high. Davidson goes all the way back just for it to be out of play.
That hustle from Davidson over at second. The way he's able to be between the first and second base bags and all the way in the foul territory by the fence in the flash. That's one of the many caveats of having him in that position.
So after the 2 RBI knock for Blake Bowen, he leads off from first. The pitch to Amundsen. He pulled out the driver. It's now 0-2.
He wanted it all that time, and who's to blame him? Especially when you saw what Blake Bowen just did in that last at-bat.
Really did look like a driver swing. That strike
Yes.
was pretty low in the zone. The 0-2 instead, a pickoff try. Bowen gets back to first. Garza, the 0-2. Amundsen checked around just enough. No! The call is that he went around. A swinging strikeout for Easton Amundsen, and that's number 5 for Garza on the day.
That is big stuff right there. Just to get that first out, it's got to be a little bit comforting. And the good news, too, for Garza, with the runner on first, 1 out, that double play ball is in effect with Brady Bowen now stepping up, with maybe looking to drive his brother in.
Wouldn't be shocked to see a little bit more of break in this at-bat. First, it'll be a pickoff try. But you're right, it is Brady Bowen, the super utility man from Wooster, Ohio. No pickoff. The first pitch to Bowen hit high and deep into left field. That is way out of here. On to McGalliard to make it a 5-2 ball game. Bowen brings in Bowen.
Wow. Great piece of hitting from a guy that you wouldn't expect it from. Maybe you'd expect that from Blake, but for Brady to leave the yard, and there were a sea of cars, too, that felt the wrath of that baseball beyond that left field wall. That was just a great piece of hitting. I think everyone knew it off the bat. It was gone.
So now Garza will try and keep it together. He faces off against Mitchell Simchek.
And that's the tough thing. How do you respond to that? How do you get out of this 5th inning? That'll be the big question for Garza.
There is some activity in the Akron bullpen.
Hey, looking towards the Ball State bullpen, there really isn't much, but I do see Owen Quinn up and moving around now. We talked with Rich Maloney earlier in the day. He said he might be the first guy out. That appears to be the case.
Seems like the goal for Coach Maloney at this point is to get Garza through 5. 2-1 now to Mitchell Simchek.
If we lived in a perfect world for Ball State, it would be Garza finishes this inning, Quinn comes in, throws 3, and Bretza in the 9th.
Quinn has done such a great job in long relief. Simchek, a comebacker that I believe hits off our home plate umpire, Andy Dudonias.
Taking a little bit of a bump that time, I see.
That's why they wear the mask and the chest protector. Almost got to wear like a flak jacket.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is.
It's a full count now for Brendan Garza. And a cloudy day gets cloudier. It is dark at Shebek. The payoff pitch is outside, and Garza walks his man. Another runner will be on, but your silver lining in all of these clouds today is it means the double play is back in order.
But the last time we said that, you have to keep in mind it was a 2-run just monster shot in the left by Brady Bowen. That was one of the hardest hit balls I've seen at Shebek all year.
That's a good point as well. That was just quite a blast from the younger Bowen. So we go to the 9-hole hitter. It'll be Tucker Beal. He's gotten on base in each of his last plate appearances. It looks like it'll be time for a meeting at the mound. Max Kalk walks up.
Yeah, and it's important to do this now. Talk to your guy on the mound and just be like, hey, let's get this together. Let's get back into the groove of things.
No movement from Coach Maloney. It'll be just between pitcher-catcher.
but these clouds are getting darker and darker.
You heard it from out here, and there's quite some worry that this rain could kick up. You sure you don't want to go out there?
I'm positive. I've changed. I'm not going to change my mind anytime soon on that.
Ball State in a 4-run fifth inning now feels much gloomier for the Cardinal faithful, quite literally.
Yeah, you also have to realize, do we have enough lights to keep playing? That's another thing, and I think that's the end of Brendan Garza's day.
Discussion with Max Kalk, and out comes Rich Maloney. You got to wonder if that discussion with Kalk was just enough to bring Owen Quinn a little bit more time for him to warm up, but Brendan Garza's day is over. 5 runs given up, 10 hits allowed, 5 strikeouts to his name. Owen Quinn will be the guy in the mix. We're going to take just a second to let him get a little warm. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
So Owen Quinn will be the first out of the bullpen for Ball State. They replaced the righty Garza with one more righty. Quinn, a senior from Indianapolis, had a great start to the year. At one point, had the best ERA in the conference. Had a little bit of a stumble, giving up 4 runs against Ohio and then 4 against Miami, but just had a very productive outing against Indiana a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the one run that he did give up, it wasn't earned. It was off of an error over on Musler's side. That was the go-ahead run for Indiana, ended up giving them the win. But a lot of that you can't really put on Owen Quinn. He's just had a really good season, and probably best-case scenario for Ball State in a season where they've struggled with pitching, where Owen Quinn has saved his best for last.
Quinn is really the primary long reliever for Ball State. In his appearances, only 3 games where he has had less than 30 pitches. So his first batter will be the 9-hole hitter Tucker Beal, who had 2 hits off Brandon Garza earlier in this one. First pitch for Quinn outside.
But 87, he'll take quite a bit off on the fastball, even though he can throw 90. He's very breaking ball heavy, you'll see.
Definitely pitches in 2 parts. There's the windup and then the throw. Not necessarily saying it's a chunky kind of throw, but it's less of one fluid motion, and there's quite a lot of buildup before more of a piston out.
That's really how it is.
Here it is, his second pitch. It's labeled as 6'4" on the roster, but taking a gander at him of the bunk, he might be taller than that. He could be at 6'5", maybe 6'6".
Yeah, again, he's got that build that you really love to see from a pitcher.
His count is even at 1-1. He'll try and pick off once more. Unsuccessful. Simchek back at first.
Yeah, tall and lanky, can get into that position pretty quickly. Owen Quinn really has a very great build for a pitcher.
Big breath from Quinn. He tries to get ahead. It'll be outside, blocked off by Kalk. It bounces off his chest protector. And in the dirt at second base is Mitchell Simchek with a steal.
Now this gets interesting for Akron because you have a guy in scoring position, 1 out. The double play ball is still in play, but not really as much of a factor as it would have been had he been on first. Owen Quinn has a little bit less to work with now with 1 out.
The mentality, I'm sure, just changed very quickly. That pitch lifted high. Coming in hard is Bayless. Instead, it'll be Keller to make the grab. Simchek thought about tagging. Instead, he stays at second.
That is why Charlie Keller is out there in right field for plays like that where Keller has just come up clutch. He has been a magnet in right field. Really the only time I could ever think of a mishap he's had out there was a drop against Eastern Michigan, but that was when he was starting to play more so with an injury. Charlie Keller, I'll never forget against Merrimack in the South Carolina trip, he had one of the most impressive grabs I've seen where he collides with the wall full speed and hangs on.
Showing bunt is Kelton Phillips. Quinn fields it. Everybody's safe. It was a pump to first. He looked back to Musler at third. And runners on the corners now with 2 gone. The Zips have officially batted around.
It's hard to blame Owen Quinn for that because if you throw the first, there's a chance that ball sails into foul territory, and that's another run for Akron. But there's also a chance that if you throw the third, same thing. You got to pump fake, see what your options are, and you eventually have to bite the bullet.
Here's Prince Dabowski. He's still looking for his first hit. 2 strikeouts and a fly out to Gillis. Runner goes at second. The ball gets by Kalk. Safely into second is Kelton Phillips. Staying at third is Mitchell Simchek. 2 runners in scoring position now. Suddenly the ground ball becomes much less valuable for Ball State.
Yeah, now it's all about any kind of pop-up in the outfield. But, of course, if you can get it done via the strikeout, they'll never complain about that.
Owen Quinn, the mentality keeps changing with each pitch. The 1-0. Inside, just enough, though, strike 1, and the count's even. Owen Quinn trying to put away this top of the 5th. Big swing and miss from Dabowski. Nods his head. He knew he got beat there.
In a 1-2 count, though, with Owen Quinn in a position here, the curveball's been that nastiest pitch. I wonder if that's where they go with him.
Now we see the 1-2 from Quinn. It was a nice shot from Dabowski, but into right and out of play, into the woodland. 88 miles an hour. Hop in the DeLorean. Don't think that was a curveball.
Hey, you'll take that any day of the week if you're Owen Quinn to just get that kind of contact out of the way. You're going to get those battles with 2 strikes, especially with 2 outs. It's kind of a given.
Owen Quinn trying to put it away. The 1-2. A bouncing ball hit by Dabowski, fouled now on the third base line.
It's all about staying alive if you're Prince Dabowski. Every pitch, you have to treat it like it could be your last in the at-bat, and you don't want it to be your last. So anything on the borderline, you got to go for.
And he keeps nodding his head. He knows that he's getting beat. And he knows what's coming. It's just a matter of execution at this point, it seems. The 1-2. Quinn to Dabowski. Low to even it up at 2s. Two from Owen Quinn. Outside, and the count is full.
This is dangerous because if you walk him, the bases are loaded for Brody Chrisman, who has 5 home runs on the season, over 20 RBIs. He can become a problem.
Chrisman batting .373, has his fair share of RBIs, 29 leading this Zip squad. biggest pitch of his appearance so far for Owen Quinn. Here's the payoff. Full count. Dabowski to Musler. All the way to Gillis. The scoop is there. And Owen Quinn, no runs given up in his appearance, but a productive inning where the Zips batted around. 4 runs makes it a 5-2 ball game. Roen Elbert's going to take it the rest of the way on play-by-play. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Ball State trails 5-2 to Akron. Game 1 of a 3-game series. Still out there is Elijah Griffin, and on the bump for the Zips. Gave up 2 runs in the 3rd, but since then it's been a pretty clean outing. He's only given up 4 hits. Akron right now out hitting Ball State 11-4. That'll be the big question. How much of that will continue? Well, we'll have to wait and see. The Cardinals have 9-1-2 due up, starting with Gavin Bayless. He walked in his last plate appearance, his only plate appearance in the matchup. Kind of crazy to think about when you see a guy like Bayless only having his 2nd plate appearance in the 5th inning. Goes to show the dominance of Akron's defense. In a 5-2 ball game where the Zips lead, in comes Gavin Bayless. Right-handed batter against a righty arm. The Cardinals are in their red uniforms today. The white lettering, white numbering, with the white pinstripe pants and the black helmets. Akron, they're all grays with the navy blue lettering with the gold trim and the blue hats. Alex Maloney emerges from the Ball State dugout on the 3rd base line to have a quick word with the home plate umpire, Andy Dedanes. Goes back in, and Bayless steps in to open up this bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch. Shows bunt, pops it in the air. Caught by the catcher, Simchek, for the first out. Easy does it for Mitchell Simchek. 1 up, 1 down for the Zips. Now you go back to the top of the order for the Cardinals with Braden Hebner. A single and a strikeout to his name today. Hebner, another righty bat, 4 home runs in his last 3 games. Righty on righty the matchup. Here's Griffith, the pitch. First pitch, he goes with a fastball low, 1-0, 89 miles per hour on the gun to Braden Hebner. Deep breath on the way, kick and pitch. Swing and a rip, high and deep. Left field, Dabowski under it, makes the catch for the 2nd out. Hebner got a good piece under it, just stayed in the park.
That's a bit of a moral victory for Braden Hebner, really. It was great contact. It just went right into the glove of Dabowski, but he's a guy that just has brought consistent contact all year long, so able to get a barrel on it, just wasn't able to lift it out.
Now here's a guy, Ryan Musler. He has a hit in 8 of his last 9 games. First pitch, breaking ball, in for a strike down the middle of the plate in the righty-on-righty matchup.
But hitless today with a ground out and a popper to 2nd.
0-1. Foul down over to his left towards the Ball State on-deck circle where Jacob Gillis stands. The last time we saw Gillis, it was that 2 RBI single. As Elijah Griffith comes set. The 0-2. Chopper to short. Beal handles, throw to first. They got him for the 3rd out. A quick 1-2-3 for the Zips in this bottom of the 5th. Now to the top frame of the 6th, where Akron leads 5-2. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. GameBridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
Top frame of the sixth inning, Akron with a 5-2 lead over Ball State. I'm Roen Elbert, joined by Dylan Budd. For the Zips, it'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up, starting with Brody Chrisman. Owen Quinn out there for the Cardinals, his first full inning of work. What do you expect from him in this sixth inning?
Well, Owen Quinn, he's got to go back to his bread and butter. I want to see more establishing of that curveball and then bouncing with the fastball as well to keep these hitters on their toes. The problem is Akron is humming like a well-oiled machine right now. Just had a bat around in their last inning. And the first batter, Brody Chrisman, look out.
Could be a problem as he singled in his last at-bat. Quinn, the righty arm against the lefty bat, and Brody Chrisman, the transfer from Purdue, his first season as a Zip.
He started at bottom of the fifth as well with a base hit.
First pitch is fouled back, an absolute laser to start us off, 0-1. Quick little look at the weather. There was a light drizzle earlier on, but just mostly cloudy skies. By mostly cloudy, I mean very cloudy.
Yeah, no peeking of sun in this one, but it is a gloomy day at Shebek Stadium.
The 0-1 from Quinn lets it rip. Goes with a fastball low and away, unable to catch that part of the zone. So 1-1 to start on the leadoff man, Chrisman, in this top of the sixth inning.
I like the idea. You've got balls to give in a count like this, and Owen doesn't have too many pitches in his repertoire at this point in this appearance, so you've got time to go for chases like that.
The 1-1 is in the dirt, so Owen Quinn, the senior, I mean, his numbers are, days you could say, are limited as a Ball State Cardinal. Who knows how many more outings he has left, but he's been one of the more heavily relied upon options for Rich Maloney out of the bullpen as the 2-1 comes home from Owen Quinn. Downstairs on the heater, doesn't catch the zone, 3-1 on Chrisman.
Even through all the baseball and all of the happenings there, this is a guy that knows ball. In his bio, his favorite band is Earth, Wind, and Fire, of all things. His favorite movie, The Shawshank Redemption. I mean, come on.
Great movie, great band. And the 3-1. Swinging a rip, high and deep to center. Back goes Bayless, makes the catch for the first out in the inning. 1 up, 1 down for the Cardinals in the top frame of the sixth.
And similar to that Hebner AB, it's just great contact. It's a moral victory even in getting that out. There's a little bit of worry. We know that Kristen had some pop in his bat, so as soon as he got one high and deep, I think everyone kind of held their breaths for a collective second.
He knew it could be trouble. With that wind blowing out to right, as you mentioned, and Brendan Morgan, the righty bat, steps in. 3 for 3 today, all singles in a righty-on-righty matchup. The first pitch to Morgan. Goes with a fastball. It's a strike. 0-1 we start. Former Murray State racer and Brendan Morgan on that team last year that made it all the way to the College World Series. And the 0-1 kick and pitch. Swing and a miss, low and outside. 0-2, Quinn is up.
Coach Maloney has talked in circles about the importance of that first pitch strike. A lot of times you won't see those batters swing on the first pitch. We did see it earlier in this game, though.
Quinn comes set. The 0-2 comes home. Check swing. Did he go? Not all the way. So a 1-2 count. It was in the dirt on the low inside part of the plate.
We've seen a couple close calls today on the check, but hips didn't go around and ball was way out of the zone, almost hit the dirt.
Quinn is 1-2. Swing and a miss. That time does it. Runs it out to first. No problem for Kalk. There's your second out here in the top of the sixth.
Good old drop third strike just to get the catcher's legs firing.
That's really all it comes down to. Max Kalk, in some ways, he's had a bit of a field day. There were a couple of pass balls in that last inning.
Coach Maloney has talked about the fact that he's really been quite the Iron Man for this squad. He wasn't the starting catcher because Garrett Arnold was here this last year, and now he's really the weekend starter. He's doing 3 games a week. That's hard for a catcher, and I don't think people realize that.
First pitch to the lefty, Blake Bowen misses high and away. Max Kalk also got some reps at catcher in the midweek against Indiana, which you don't see too often, but it goes to show how much Rich Maloney wanted to win that one.
Makes sense against a team like Indiana. You know, that's competition right there. Former Big Ten rival.
The 1-0 is popped up foul to the left. Oh, Rich Maloney knows a lot about those Hoosiers with his time as a Michigan Wolverine. And it's a big day for Rich Maloney. If the Cardinals are able to pull out this win, it'll be his 700th as a Ball State Cardinal. Has over 1,000 career wins in his 30-year stretch, but looking for number 700 as a Cardinal. And the 1-1. Breaking ball outside, just misses the plate to the lefty, Blake Bowen. His last time around had a 2-run RBI single. And a 5-2 Akron lead in the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs, nobody on for Akron. Quinn 1 out away. His 2-1 offering. Swinging a rip. High and deep. Right field. It is gone. Blake Bowen, a solo blast to make it 6-2. He joins his brother and guys for Akron who have homered today. So the Bowen brothers both getting it done.
How about that? Talk about some brotherly love. It was Brady Bowen into left and Blake Bowen into right.
That is something right there. Blake Bowen, the former Kentucky Wildcat, blasting that ball in the right. And now all of a sudden a 6-2 ball game, and the Cardinals at about the halfway mark, they find themselves in a bit of a hole.
Well, Coach Maloney is going to have a lot of time to get win number 700, but the way this is looking, it doesn't seem too ideal that today's the day.
Easton Amundsen, a pinch hitter for him. Now in comes Gabe Matheson. You would assume he would be the new DH, but who knows? Matheson, a freshman coming out of Carmel High School, just about an hour from here, a former Greyhound.
He's another one of these switch hitters in the outfield, him and Prince DeBoski.
So he's going to bat lefty against the righty arm, as you'd expect as a pinch hitter, with 2 outs, nobody on in the first pitch. Takes it away into the opposite batter's box. Gabe Matheson, a guy who was raised on, of course, Carmel baseball, played in the Indiana Bulls travel ball organization. And a 1-0 from Quinn. Fastball for a strike, bottom half.
I really wonder what the mentality is of a switch hitter. How often are you training yourself on the right side? How often on the left side? When you're in live BP, maybe you get double the balls faced and then 1 on each side of the plate.
Takes a 1-1 low. That's something you have to think about, and it's a check swing that they call it a strike. Apparently Matheson went on that, so it's a 1-2 count.
Gotta wonder if maybe some of the control is different from either side of the plate as well.
I feel like most guys, they have a better side. Surely they do.
Well, we talked about it in the Xavier game. Does a person eat better in one way? Do they write better in another way?
1-2, misses high in the way. I know a famous instance of that. LeBron James, he's actually left-handed, but he plays the game of basketball with his right hand.
Well, you talked about meeting Larry Bird. There was a game where he shot with his left hand just for the fun of it.
2-2. Downstairs, and all of a sudden, Owen Quinn finds himself in a full count against the lefty Gabe Matheson. 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. It is 6-2 Akron. And that sky here over Shebek Stadium, it gets darker and darker as we move on.
It's just a growing cause of concern as these innings transpire.
The payoff is chopped foul behind over towards the on-deck circle where Brady Bowen stands. He homered in his last at-bat. That was a big-time swing for the Zips. That was a 2-run homer. Really changed the trajectory of this game in many ways.
Matheson's done a great job in his last few plate appearances. He's 4 for 12 in his last 3 games, 2 times scoring 3 RBI as well.
The payoff is popped foul to the left. Muslar, the third baseman for the Cardinals, runs out of room, goes beyond the dugout, and look at this. That rain is coming down heavy.
Immediately starting to see some people shuffle around. The umbrellas are out. Now it becomes more of a conversation as to what to do, where to go, how to keep yourself warm and dry.
Luckily, the turf field, so the Cardinals and the Zips can play on in a 3-2 count. Here's the payoff on the way from Quinn. Misses high, and worst case scenario for Ball State, he walks with 2 outs and the runner on first.
And you've got to be frustrated if you're Owen Quinn. That was the pitch that you had to execute more than any other one in this appearance. He couldn't do it there.
We've got some friends up in here with us in the press box. I bet they're happy they joined us now.
No AC, no heater, but you know what?
Hey, we'll take it.
No effect from the rain either, so chance to dry off.
Quinn, the first pitch. Misses high, a throwback to first on Matheson, not in time. The man in the box is Brady Bowen, younger brother of Blake Bowen, a righty, who last time around had that 2-run homer. All in all, 1 for 2 today with a walk. With Matheson on first, Quinn, he gets his signs from Kalk and a glance at first. And his 1-0 delivery. But before that, another pickoff move, not in time. Hard swipe from Gillis over at first.
We've seen a lot of pickoff tries from Ball State, especially with Akron causing chaos on the bases. These feel the most justified. Matheson is taking a bigger lead off than anyone we've seen today at a first.
Goes off and running. It's a strike on the 1-0. Gets into center field on that throwback, and Matheson's off and running to third. Bayless throws over, and how about that? A runner on third with 2 outs, but a 1-1 count at the plate. Just another error on the Cardinals' part when it comes to that throwback to second.
Well, and that's why he had so much of a leadoff, because he knew he was going to take off, but as it gets more and more wet on that field, it's harder to control that ball, especially in quick situations. It's a difficult throw for Max Kalk to begin with because these base runners are so fast, but to do it when you don't have a full hold of the ball, it's going to be even more difficult, and it gets into center.
The good news for Quinn, though, still 2 outs, and the 1-1 to the righty on the way. There's that curveball. Misses down low, so 2 balls, 1 strike over to Brady Bowen, the native of Wooster, Ohio.
Here's the thing, the 7, 8, 9 hole hitters have all done a great job for Akron. Bowen's a guy that went yard earlier.
The 2-1 misses low and away on that fastball, so a 3-1 count. Quinn in danger of walking what would be his second straight batter, as he gets his signs from Max Kalk in a pivotal 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Misses downstairs, and how about that? Walks him over the first, so runners on the corners, 2 outs. The rain's starting to settle down just a little bit.
I think baseball more than any other game, and you've talked about this as well, it's so much more of a mental game than any other sport. You're starting to struggle in a game like this. Nothing is going your way. You just walked your second straight batter, runners on the corners. It's been 2 outs for the longest time. How do you bounce back from that? How do you get yourself in the right mentality to finish off even this half inning?
Unfortunately, Dylan, that's a question that not a lot of pitchers have mastered yet. First pitch is a strike and a throwback to second from Kalk, and they caught him in a double steal. A pickle from Matheson from third to home. He is tagged out by Muslar, the third baseman. The double steal does not work for the Zips as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning, where they lead 6-2 over Ball State. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive car dock maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paintwork on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
From trivia night at Brothers and tater tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
It's the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 6-2 Akron. I'm Roen Elbert, joined by Dylan Budd. Cardinals have 3, 4, and 5 due up, starting with Jacob Gillis. It's an ugly one here at Shebek Stadium. Not necessarily talking about the game, more so the weather. Very dreary skies. That rain coming down ever so lightly. There have been moments, though, where it's come down a bit harder, but as of right now, for now at least, we're in a little bit of a break.
Well, I think you got to knock on wood a little bit in that instance, but I'm not going to do the Roen Elbert and go out there to test it.
Oh, no. I would not recommend it. Patrick Rogers was actually just in the booth with us, and he picked the perfect time to skedaddle out of here. He's got a big game tomorrow. Don't blame him.
Yeah, Loyola Chicago coming into Worthen Arena. Winner take all. The winner gets the 1 seed in the MIVA tournament.
First pitch to the righty. Gillis misses on the inside with the breaking ball. 74 on that slider.
Yeah, that tournament's going to be really fun, though.
I'm looking forward to it. Quarterfinal hosted here at Worthen Arena as the 1-0 misses low and away in the opposite batter's box to the righty Gillis.
At this point, it seems like it's the matter of the 8th seed NKU will face whoever's the 1, and then Purdue Fort Wayne will face whoever's the 2. So, whether it's the Mastodons or the Norse.
3-0 count as the 2-0 missed well high. Hey, how about Northern Kentucky in their first year as a volleyball program potentially making that MIVA tournament?
Yeah, and what's funny is they're still above Queens in the MIVA rankings. It's their first year in Division I volleyball, and their 2 wins in conference play came against Queens and putting them in that last spot in the tournament if the season ended today.
We have a 4-pitch walk on Jacob Gillis to open this bottom of the 6th inning. The entire Akron infield comes in. They talk with their guy and Elijah Griffith. You don't want the wheels to fall off too much if you're Akron, especially with a guy like Brady Davidson coming up, a lefty bat.
Davidson's done a great job from that cleanup spot today. He's gotten on base with a walk his other time around, a fielder's choice, but again, with batting .444 coming into today, he didn't start for much of the year through an injury.
Yeah, it was that injury he had in fall ball that carried over towards the beginning of second semester. As Davidson, the lefty, he comes in, a Wisconsin native, a cheesehead.
Go Pack.
Yeah, that's exactly why I brought it up. With that runner on first.
Sure enough, now some activity in the Akron bullpen. Saw some guys run over there.
First pitch. It's a strike. Goes with, I think that time it looked like to be the cutter that time from Elijah Griffith.
Heard from Coach Falds it'll be more of a cutter than a slider, but both are in his pitch mix.
And we have seen the slider quite a bit today as the 0-1 comes. It's in the dirt. Simchek, a pump fake over at first on Gillis, doesn't end up making the throw.
You know, the Wisconsinite Davidson, wonder if he knows that the Packers just made a trade just a few minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that.
I wonder how often they're on their phones in the dugout or at least in the dead space. But, yeah, Dontavian Wicks to the Eagles for a couple day 3 picks.
The 1-1 is rifled foul to the right. Hopefully they're never on their phones in the dugout. I think that's a rule. A lot of teams instill.
I mean, I could see it being an unwritten rule.
Yes.
With somebody like Coach Maloney, I don't think he would ever accept that.
Oh, no.
I feel like it's something where we'd ask him and he'd laugh in our face.
As the 1-2 comes home, Davidson takes it low and in with the fastball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes with Gillis over at first base. Nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. We're at 6-2 Akron.
And Griffith has done really quite a nice job today. We heard from Coach Maloney that he wanted to see 5 or 6 innings from Garza, possibly more. But instead, it's Elijah Griffith getting it done.
Foul ball left side. The pitcher, Griffith, was on his horse towards the Ball State dugout on the third baseline, but was unable to get there in time. In a 2-2 count, Brady Davidson just trying to get something going for the Cardinals. They trail by 4 to Akron. Wind blows softly out to right. Very cloudy skies in the area. I have to emphasize the very.
With Kalk and Keller being both lefties, there's a left-hander getting warm in the bullpen right now for the Zips.
Griffith, a 2-2. Hits it up the middle, gets through just to the left of the second baseman, Bowen. Gillis around second, hustles over the third. He gets there sliding, and Brady Davidson with a single. Runners on the corners, nobody out for the Cardinals.
Well, I don't want to say anything yet, but that's how Akron began their 4-run top of the 5th inning. It was with runners on the corners and no outs. Garza struggled to get it done. Brought in Owen Quinn, who's still pitching today, but one way or another, nice contact there from Brady Davidson.
And the righty bat, Brett Griffith, steps in. Runners on first and third, nobody out. Griffith so far today, a single, also reaching on a fielder's choice. As Griffith looks over at first before he throws the Griffiths. Here is the first pitch on the way. Low and away, opposite batter's box to Griffiths. That's going to get confusing. 1-0.
Every time that Akron has had runners on the corners, the man on first will take off for second with a double steal in mind or not. There's a conversation for Davidson to get on his horse here.
The 1-0. Hits it up the middle to the shortstop, Beal. Throws the second for 1. The turn to first, not in time. Gillis comes in to score. So the Cardinals cut the Akron lead in half, 6-3. Griffiths on first now. And there's your first out of the inning.
And just like that, that's the effect of the rain. Tucker Beal had to take just an extra beat to get a hand on it and get it to Brady Bowen before he could turn to his brother. It was Bowen who couldn't take an extra second and mishandled it on the throw to first. Gillis comes in on the run.
Now the lefty Kalk steps in against the righty arm, Elijah Griffith. Griffiths on first with 1 gone, bottom of the 6th. The first pitch. It's a pop-up. Left foul territory. Simchek, the catcher, is under it. Called off by the pitcher, Griffith, and he is unable to get there. Falls flat on his stomach, drops in front of him. So we play on with an 0-1 count.
Well, at least it's a foul. At least it's not a fair ball. But I think the more embarrassing thing is not making the catch, or not the failed catch attempt, but more that he fell. That's got to be a hard fall right to the midsection.
Akron, they do make a change on the infield. New third baseman out there for them. You're looking at a guy that's usually playing at that second base position. Looks like it's Kyle McConaughey out there. Pickoff move at first, not in time. Because we did see, remember, we saw the pinch hitter with Gabe Matheson for Akron earlier. We didn't know what that would mean fielding-wise, but now I think we might have our answer. And here is the 0-1 off of the deep breath from Griffith. High and away to Kalk. Still a great crowd on hand at Shebek Stadium.
Yeah, this is commitment, Roen. Still a lot of umbrellas in here, but you know what? They all care enough about this game to break them out.
Yet another pickoff move at first, not in time. Yeah, a bunch of umbrellas, a lot of raincoats, a lot of hoodies. I came with the polo and the khaki shorts, of course, and that's going to come back to bite me down the line.
It's going to be a long walk back to our cars, I'll tell you that much.
Throw back to first, not in time, which if we get to Charlie Keller, I actually have a funny story about that. Whenever we get to Keller, he is right now in the hole with 1 out.
Does it happen to be about Qdoba?
Not about Qdoba this time. Another pickoff move at first, not in time. Elijah Griffith, he is fairly concerned about Brett Griffiths.
Which makes sense. Griffiths tried to take off in his last time on first. Got caught stealing, though.
I wonder if it's because they kind of share the same last name. 1-1 finally delivers and misses low and in with the fastball to Max Kalk, a guy who a very patient hitter, a 261 average, but that 400 on base.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned the battle of Griffiths and Griffith, because last night Ryan Lewis faces off against Lewis and has 19 kills, the most he's had in a long while. Feels like he almost took it personally.
Rips it right side on the first base line, gets through for a base hit. Griffiths on his horse over at third. He gets the go sign from Rich Maloney. All the way to home. He gets in. Kalk wants 3. Does he get there? Yes, he does. Slides in head first. RBI triple Max Kalk. Who says the catcher doesn't have wheels? It's 6-4 Akron.
Ahead of steam for Max Kalk. It's his first triple of the year in an RBI, and it seems like Elijah Griffith's day is just about over, but perfectly placed shot from Kalk down that right field line. As soon as it was hit, you knew there was potential for extra bases. Thought there'd be 2, but to get 3, what a job from Kalk.
So the Zips make a change as we'll take a quick break to let the new man get warmed up. It's 6-4 Akron in the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Hey Cardinal fans, show your pride wherever you go with the Ball State Financial Debit Card, now featuring your favorite mascot, Charlie Cardinal. It's the perfect card for students, alumni, and lifelong fans, letting you show your Cardinal spirit with every purchase you make. And with Ball State Financial, you'll get all the convenience, security, and hometown service you deserve from people who love this community as much as you do. Explore the card in your hometown credit union at fcfcu.com/chirp. Ball State Financial, your hometown credit union.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
We're back in action in the bottom of the 6th inning. We're still going strong with 1 out. Runner on third for the Cardinals and Max Kalk. It's 6-4 Zips and a new arm out there for Akron. It's John Allen, the redshirt junior with a 3.8 ERA through 18 innings this season. He has been stellar. He just pitched on Wednesday, though, in a rare conference midweek against Kent State where he threw 17 pitches.
Just 17 pitches, 1 inning. Got 1 strikeout knocked in there as well. And before that, it was April 2nd at Bowling Green. He had 2 innings, a run given up, 3 hits, 3 walks. So it was a nice bounce back from that Falcons appearance. And Kent State, he was able to get it back. Has enough trust from Coach Faulds that he's back in action just a few days later.
And he is a lefty, which works out for Akron because sure you have Kensky Thomas, a righty now, who steps in, but on deck it's Charlie Keller, who's a lefty. As Kensky Thomas steps in against John Allen, one of the more heavily relied upon relief options for Akron, and the first pitch is on the way. Thomas gulps it into left center field. It goes back towards the wall and bounces off of the wall. In comes Kalk easily. Thomas over to second, a stand-up double to cut the Akron lead down to 1.
And Kensky Thomas, one of the guys that has 4 home runs on the year, up there in the leaderboards for Ball State in that regard. He's a big swinger. It means he also leads this team in strikeouts. That time he connects. High risk, high reward. It pays off, bounces off the wall.
Rich Maloney playing chess, not checkers against Akron. A pinch hitter. It's the switch hitter, DJ Shyman, who against the lefty arm, Allen, he'll bat righty.
That's an interesting move because now it opens up the question of, does Shyman go into the outfield? We've seen him play left a couple times, but in a game like this, do you throw him in the outfield? Do you shift some guys around and then make a defensive replacement?
I think that's exactly what they'll do. He's played left before. First pitch, rips it foul to the right. The last time I saw DJ Shyman in a situation like this, he came in to pinch hit against a lefty arm, and he hit a grand slam that shut the door against Eastern Michigan on a Sunday game. Let's see what he does here with a runner on second, 1 out. An 0-1 count. Allen delivers. Inside fastball and misses. To DJ Shyman, a 179 average and 28 at-bats, 6 RBIs, 2 home runs.
The issue is after that grand slam, he's just had 3 hits since then.
Allen, he gets his signs. A look back at second, and a 1-1. Chops a foul off to his left, gives Gavin Bayless a scare in the on-deck circle for the Cardinals. Ball State, they've cut this Akron lead down to 1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning with a 3 spot. Still only 1 out, the Cardinals. They look for more. 1-2 the count. Allen, the kick and pitch. Fastball low and in at the thighs of the righty Shyman. He steps back in a 2-2 count. Deep breath in the pitch. Foul back behind. It remains a 2-2 count.
Thought real glass shattered for a moment that the public address playing that sound effect. I got a little worried. It was in that parking lot area.
2 balls, 2 strikes with the runner on second. Here it comes. High and away, full count at the plate.
DJ Shyman has the trust of Coach Maloney, and he comes in and he has battled in this at-bat, certainly making Allen uncomfortable.
With that runner on second, it makes it all the more important. Here is the payoff pitch. And that nailed Shyman. He wears it on the numbers. Right on his back, 1 out, and the runner on first and second now for the Cardinals.
Well, in a game that seemed so out of hand, Ball State now down 1. And Shyman's building some momentum for his guys. It was a high bat flip on his trip to first.
As Gavin Bayless steps in. Braden Hebner's on deck for the Cardinals. It looks like we have a pinch runner for Ball State. John Colligan checks in for DJ Shyman, which tells us that Shyman will not stay in the game after all. So we'll have to see in that 8 slot, whenever it does come up, who will get the at-bat. But it just adds more flexibility for the Cardinals.
Well, you talked about the fact that a catcher in the 9th inning may be replaced with an outfielder or someone that has a little bit more speed. This is exactly that. Colligan, an outfielder, Shyman, a catcher. Easy decision. Let's go to the faster legs.
And Bayless, the righty, steps in against the lefty arm. First pitch. Leans back as it misses at his knees. Gavin Bayless so far today, he's 0 for 1 with a walk. With a 342 average, he's sporting right now as the pseudo leadoff man in the 9-hole.
I mean, if I'm Ball State, Bayless here, Hebner on deck, Musler in the hole.
The 1-0 misses away.
If I'm Ball State, this is exactly the spot that I want to be in if I want to get this comeback.
Yeah, when you look at that top of the order, what they've been able to do all season. Big time stuff as the 2-0 comes. Fouls it off left in the Cardinal dugout. Someone made a catch. I think I can actually ID it. That's Preston Murphy that made the grab in the Cardinal dugout.
Well, he is a catcher. That would check out that he's got those fast reflexes. It's like in banana ball. You make the catch on a foul ball, it's automatic out.
Unfortunately for Akron, that's not an out. We play on a 2-1 count in the pitch. Inside, Allen misses his spot. A 3-1 count to Gavin Bayless. An opportunity to potentially have the bases loaded for Ball State with the runners on first and second. Allen, he steps on the rubber. Gets his signs from Simchek. And the 3-1. Foul back behind the top of the protective netting.
There's another one that looked like it's going to come right by you.
Oh, man. I'm ready. Anytime. Anytime. Didn't bring the glove. I think that's a little bit past me. It's not really for me anymore.
No? You're not bringing a ball or a glove to a majors game?
The 3-2 is roped into left field. It gets down for a base hit. Thomas, he scores easily. That's the only runner that comes in for the Cardinals. So a 6-6 ball game off the bat of Gavin Bayless.
Hey, just like that. tied ball game. Didn't have to get out of the yard. Had to get just enough to land in some green grass, and that's all it was, a bloop single, just enough for Gavin Bayless. And it's a 0-0 ball game.
With runners on first and second after the RBI single, and you go back to the top of the order. And for Akron, they already know this can be dangerous. Head coach Brian Folds, he knows this is dangerous with Braden Hebner coming up, and that's why he has a mound meeting with his man on the bump, John Allen.
It's a right-hander in the bullpen. Could be a changing of brass here. Hebner a righty, as is Musler, Gillis, then Davidson, a lefty, several batters away.
As he walks away, Taylor Bednar is the man warming up in that Akron bullpen. I may have lost my hearing the other night, but I still have my eyes.
It was a loud environment last night.
Hey, credit to the fans.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, the Cardinal faithful came out strong.
So much fun. They showed out.
As Braden Hebner, the righty, steps in with the runners on first and second, the lefty arm, and Allen continues to work. Here is the first pitch. Breaking ball away, catches the zone for a strike on Hebner.
Nice job to make Braden Hebner uncomfortable. It's a lot like we saw in the last pitch of his first plate appearance. He didn't like it, but strike nonetheless.
With his teal bat.
Looks good.
0-1. Low and away. And you see on deck, if we want to continue on with that, Ryan Musler has his yellow bat with a little bit of brown scuffing on it, so a little bit of a banana bat going.
If you were playing, do you have a color in mind? I like that teal.
Honestly, I'd go wood bat maple.
Nice.
The 1-1. In on the hands and foul to the right. So now Hebner's behind 1-2 with one out, runners on first and second in a 6-6 ball game. Bottom of the sixth inning, the Cardinals have tied it with a 4 spot. Yeah, that maple wood is just, it looks so good on a bat.
Would you opt for a wood bat or just the color?
1-2 misses high and away. To me, I think a wood bat, I know it's not as effective, but there's just something about a crack rather than a ding to me.
It's a good point.
Plus, I can just put cork in it. The 2-2. Swing and a miss on the heater. John Allen, a big-time strikeout to get the second out in the bottom of the sixth.
It is not often that we see Braden Hebner strike out. He's had 20 and 21 on the season today. The first one caught him looking. That one just swung at something down the way, but nonetheless, a beautiful pitch from John Allen.
Now it's Ryan Musler, the righty bat against the lefty arm with runners on first and second. And the first pitch delivery. Low and in. Picked up by the catcher Simchek, stares down Colligan at second. No play necessary.
The last time Ryan Musler was up to bat with runners even on the bases, it was a liner right to Brennan that you got to know he was so frustrated about. It's a chance to redeem here.
1-0. Another heater misses low and in to Ryan Musler at his knees. The runner on first is Gavin Bayless. The runner on second is John Colligan. Looking in the Cardinal bullpen, there is still some activity as the 2-0 comes home. Swing and a miss. Musler was on top of that low breaking ball. It looks like Owen Quinn's in the Cardinal bullpen. He's in the game right now, but I think he's just seeing if he can keep going.
May as well at this point. It's been a longer sequence. You just got to keep yourself warm.
The 2-1 is a foul ball that was in on the hands, went towards the Ball State dugout. So a 2-2 count now at the plate where Ryan Musler looks to keep this stretch going, looks to give the Cardinals their first lead since the third inning.
Well, with Musler up, it means the Cards have officially batted around in the bottom of the sixth. So that's a long time for Owen Quinn to just be sitting and waiting in the wings.
The 2-2 is swung on and belted to right field. It is back towards the track, and it is gone! 3-run shot, Ryan Musler. He is clutch. 9-6 Ball State. He goes Oppo Taco.
He's fired up on the base path. Let's go, Musler says, from first to second. That's exactly what he wanted to see in the first high-stakes at bat. You want to talk about redemption? That's it right there. And this game is now on its head.
for his 7th home run of the season. Content guys are flying around trying to get the shots. You already know what it is. Ryan Musler just flipped this game on its head.
As they should.
First pitch to the righty Gillis is a strike with nobody on base after that 3-run shot. 9-6 Ball State, a 7 spot in the bottom frame of the 6th. And Allen, 1-1. Fouled back over to the backstop. Gillis behind 0-2. Remember, he started this 6th inning with a walk.
I mean, the fact that Musler was behind the pitch, still had enough pop to get it out to right. Yes, the wind is blowing out there a little bit, but not significantly enough to where it's a factor in a situation like that.
0-2. Roped into right center. It gets down in that 3-4 gap in the air. So Jacob Gillis, a 2-out single.
Just like that, he's been on base twice in this inning.
And Brady Davidson, the lefty, steps in, looking to keep it going for the Cardinals. What a game this has been. A 7 spot for Ball State has changed the whole trajectory of this matchup.
A fitting walk-up song from Davidson. Here we go again.
And the first pitch lets it rip. Fouled off to the left. That was a scary foul ball over towards that Ball State dugout. Just absolutely laser. That can get a little spooky.
Yeah, it began the process of the swing, and I think it hit him pretty close to his hands. It must have rung him up a little bit. That can't feel good.
Oh, no, not at all. 0-1. Swing and a miss. He was swinging at his shoes. The 0-2 count now. But Dylan, yeah, with the wood bat, that would actually feel a lot worse, I feel like, if that was the case.
Well, you know, you opted for the wood bat, and
I did.
I now remind you that metal may be a little better, at least in this circumstance.
0-2 misses low and away. I mean, there's just nothing better than that crack rather than the ding.
This is true, and it's a good point, and there's an aesthetic to it, but at the same time,
it's easier to hit. I get it.
It's easier to hit, and I would argue it would lead to more offense, similar to the juiced ball era or the steroids era or whatever it might be. I want to talk, like, it would be really fun to have an MLB game where everybody has a metal bat.
Oh, it would be fun.
Just one.
The 1-2 misses in the opposite batter's box to the lefty Davidson to make it a 2-2 count. I think that game would have a combined 40 runs.
I mean, let's do it in the home run derby.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Just all metal. Let's do it.
2-2. Roped out to right center field. Back under it is Phillips. He makes the catch for the 3rd out, but not before Ball State strikes with 7 runs in the bottom of the 6th, and Ryan Musler, a monster 3-run shot to right to make it 9-6 Ball State when we return on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Hey Cardinal fans, show your pride wherever you go with the Ball State Financial Debit Card, now featuring your favorite mascot, Charlie Cardinal. It's the perfect card for students, alumni, and lifelong fans, letting you show your Cardinal spirit with every purchase you make. And with Ball State Financial, you'll get all the convenience, security, and hometown service you deserve from people who love this community as much as you do. Explore the card in your hometown credit union at fcfcu.com/chirp. Ball State Financial, your hometown credit union.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
We're back in action, top of the 7th inning. Ball State leads 9-6 after a 3-run shot from Ryan Musler. Owen Quinn back out there as he faces Mitchell Simchek, the righty bat. It's a righty-on-righty matchup. Dylan, after that big shot from Ryan Musler, the 7 runs put on in the 6th inning, how does Owen Quinn move forward?
Well, again, like we saw in his last inning, mentality changed over and over. Okay, double plays in order. Now it's not. Then it is again. Then it's not. This time it's the mentality change of, okay, we're working our way back. I'm just keeping the door open. He kept the door open. Ball State was able to come back and take the lead. So now he can breathe a little bit more. He's got a little less pressure on him.
It's a 1-1 count after the fastball finds the heart of the plate to Mitchell Simchek, a transfer from Lake Erie College. Last year led his team in batting average, or .347 average. And the 1-1 from Quinn. Breaking ball misses in the dirt off of the chest protector of the catcher Max Kalk, but this is the leadoff man. No harm, no foul.
Well, and I'm sure his pitch sequencing when he's ahead versus when he's behind is much different. And I'm sure it's changed now because he's got runs and outs to give.
Quinn's 2-1. Roped foul to the left. It was absolutely crushed. That goes on to Tillotson.
Well, as soon as I said that.
Ooh, I just saw it bounce. I think that may have gone off the front of a car. It stopped traffic for a little bit.
Oh, that is a windshield replacement waiting to happen, but Simchek making me put a boot in it.
2-2. Swung on high and deep, right center field. Under it, Colligan makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So 1 up, 1 down for the Cardinals in the top of the 7th. Because you see now Gavin Bayless is playing right, and they have Colligan in center.
Well, as soon as I mentioned the fact that Quinn might be a little more aggressive now that he's got much more room to work with, but still that was a little bit scary. Colligan able to track it down. He's a great fielder in his own right, as is Bayless in that right center spot. But, you know, you got to be a little worried, still a little bit cautious.
Tucker Beal swings and misses at a fastball, 0-1. Beal, a native of Carlsbad, California. There's a lot of Carlsbad towns out there. Carlsbad, New Mexico. California, probably the most famous one.
I feel bad for Carl.
The 0-1.
Jeez.
There's a fastball for a strike. Quinn with that 2-seam action, around 87 miles per hour. A little bit of a dipping motion to it, almost like a sinker type of pitch.
I love his pitch mix with the 2-seam, the straight-up 4-seam fastball, and then his curveball that's just one of the best in the MAC.
0-2, got him on the 2-seam looking. There's your second out in the top of the 7th. Nobody on. Owen Quinn is dealing in a 9-6 Ball State lead.
And that home plate umpire, Dudonez, was more energetic than Quinn was. Quinn just turns his back. It's out number 2. Quite a punch-out from home base.
You know, there are some guys, Owen Quinn, very calm-mannered in that respect, but if Alex Burden did that, he'd be jumping up and down for joy.
Yeah.
Righty on righty, facing the top of the order, Kelton Phillips, with 2 gone in the first pitch from Quinn. High fastball above the belt line to Kelton Phillips, a guy who's been a lot of different places. Richland Community College to start. He was first team all-conference there last season at Texas Southern, made the jump to Division I. And the 1-0. Popped up in the air to left center. Colligan, the center fielder, calls everyone off. Makes the catch for the 3rd out, and that does it for the top frame of the 7th. Now we go to the home half. 9-6 Ball State when we return on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
Well, we got here just at the very end of the 7th inning stretch. It's 9-6 Ball State. As you can tell, bottom of the 7th inning. And Taylor Bednar is out there as the new arm for Akron. He has a 5.8 ERA through 19 innings pitched. A sophomore, his second season with the Zips. Last outing didn't quite go to plan. Only went through a third of the inning. Gave up 2 runs to Bowling Green. Walked 2 guys. That didn't help. A wild pitch really didn't help his case. But before that, he was looking really good against Eastern Michigan, where he had no earned runs when he went 2 1/3 against that Eagles team. Ended up being a loss, which if you look at the standings now for Akron, that's a pretty crucial loss when you see that them and Eastern Michigan are tied for 8th.
Well, and we talked about that in the open, that halfway through conference play, you wouldn't expect it to be such odd standings with 4 teams at 10-5 fighting for that 3rd place spot, and then 3 teams at 5-10, Akron among them with Eastern and Central.
And Brett Griffith steps in, the righty bat against the righty arm Bednar to open this bottom frame of the 7th. Deep breath in the first pitch on the way. It's a slider, misses well away to Griffiths. So far today, he has a pair of fielder choices to his name, but also a single and a stolen bag for Brett Griffiths. And the 1-0. In the air, the right center field, back towards the wall. It gets down for a base hit. It is ticketed off the wall in the right. Griffiths has second base on his horse to third. Gets there sliding head first. It's a leadoff triple for Brett Griffiths.
He's first in the MAC in triples for a reason, because as soon as he gets any potential for extra base hits, he's going for it. He's had a couple base running issues today. Caught stealing at one point, didn't get back to first in another. But talk about redemption right there, all the way to third.
Max Kalk steps in, the lefty bat against the righty arm with potential for a massive outcome for the Cardinals. In the bottom of the 7th, they lead by 3. Runner on third, nobody out. Griffiths is 90 feet away from scoring. Infield all playing completely in. First pitch. High breaking ball, misses the zone. Infield playing in, why do you think that is?
Well, it's because that ground ball could be enforced, and Griffiths is such a great base runner where he can take off and come home on pretty much anything. A base hit would bring Griffiths home, but you got to at least make it a fight.
1-0, another breaking ball, catches the zone for a strike on the outside to the lefty Max Kalk.
And I expect to see a lot of breaking balls, especially in this at-bat. When you've got something that's less predictable, you can hopefully get it on the bottom half of your bat.
The 1-1, it hangs high and away. You're absolutely on the money about that. Max Kalk steps back in this summer. He'll be a lacrosse logger in the Northwoods League for the 2nd straight year. Bednar, his 2-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So if you're listening and you're a lacrosse logger fan, well, congratulations. You're getting Max Kalk back for the summer.
But hey, looking at Bednar's pitch every once in a while, throwing a fastball, just pepper the radar. Nice choice.
And the 2-2. In the dirt, it gets past Simchek, the catcher. Griffiths comes into home easily from third. It's 10-6 Ball State off of the pass ball.
And interestingly enough, I think Bednar wanted to go fastball there, trying to be gutsy with 2 strikes on Max Kalk. Put a little too much on it.
And how about the shift on the third baseman for Akron, who just checked into the matchup, Kyle McConaughey, going from third over on the second base side.
We saw this in previous at-bats for Kalk as well, and it went right his way.
Low and in at the legs, so a walk for Kalk with nobody out. Runner on first for Ball State. The runner came in being Griffiths on the pass ball, so it's 10-6 Cardinals.
This is just a chance to keep it going for Ball State. Kensky Thomas in his last at-bat went all the way to the wall.
And that was a high towering shot that led to a double for Kensky Thomas. It's a righty-on-righty matchup with Kalk on first, nobody out. And the first pitch lets it rip. Goes with a slider, catches the zone.
All three at-bats, the first pitch has been that slider at around 75 miles an hour.
The movement on that pitch is oh so nasty. And an 0-1 from Bednar. Sits on the breaking ball. Thomas, it misses low.
It's got excellent break. It's just a matter of control at this point. But like you said, it is beautiful, and you can see it move so quickly.
Easy for us to spot up here in the booth. And Bednar, his 1-1. Fastball misses downstairs, around 88 on the gun. We saw 89 earlier, so general range probably there.
It's the one issue of having a breaking ball first in an at-bat, because then where do you set up the fastball?
Here is the 2-1 from Bednar. Chopper left side. McConaughey, the third baseman, on the run to first, and he got him. He was right behind the pitcher's mound. Kyle McConaughey, who didn't even start in this matchup, comes in for Brennan Morgan, and he's able to get that first out.
And it was a great play and shows why he was a defensive replacement. Able to get all the way into that middle heart of the infield, get it in time to Bowen.
And we were wondering what was going to happen in that 8th spot after John Colligan pinch ran for the pinch hitter DJ Scheinman. Well, you get a lefty against the righty arm, and that lefty is Jack Bacus.
Bacon leads this team in pinch hits, and he's been pretty successful each time.
Yeah, 313 average. That 438 slugging really stands out. Bacus' most clutch moment came early on in the year against Western Michigan. In the 9th inning, he pinch hit, and he had the go-ahead grand slam. Let's see what he can do here with the runner on second. The first pitch to the lefty. Takes it in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, Simchek. Kalk slides in head first to third base, so with one out, a runner on third for Ball State.
Good intuition from Max Kalk. That's a catcher's mentality right there. He saw where that pitch was going and took off knowing it was going to be a hard block.
Now a meeting of the minds over on the mound. Brian Folds, the manager, comes out to talk to Bednar. We'll see what this entails, and he takes the ball from him. That's the end of Bednar's day. The sophomore for the Zips is done here on this Friday evening as we approach it now at this point. In the bottom of the 7th, 10-6 Ball State. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Still in the bottom of the 7th inning, it's 10-6 Ball State. I'm Roen Elbert, joined by Dylan Budd. And here at Shebek Stadium, I think this is really the only place out there where you can get Monday on a Friday. And that's what Akron has here with Parker Monday, the new pitcher, on the bump. A lefty arm, a redshirt sophomore. All 3 years has been right here at Akron. A 2.1 ERA, but kind of unproven in the innings category. Only 9 2/3 on the season.
Not too many pitches in his time, but in his last 6 appearances, just a few earned runs given up. 1 in his last 6 appearances, and most of them being in conference play, excluding Mercyhurst, Youngstown State, and of course West Virginia Wesleyan. But the jump from year to year has shown out. 25, he had an ERA of 10.13. Now, like you said, 2.1. That's a drastic improvement.
It's a 1-0 count to the lefty Backus. First pitch. It's a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. That was the first pitch of Parker Monday's outing with Max Kalk over at third base for the Cardinals. Bottom of the 7th. 1 out. It's 10-6 Ball State. Monday. Deep breath and the pitch to Backus. Ropes it foul to the left in the air.
Really intrigued by Monday's delivery. It almost comes out from about 3/4, but he's throwing it in with a lot of lean forward, and it's coming out from like a sidearm spot.
It is heavily apparent, Dylan. The 1-2. Pop up left side goes foul. Backus battling in the 1-2 count.
You know what? It's not necessarily that it's a sidearm delivery. It's just that he leans so far forward in his exchange. He's just putting everything he can into it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Deep breath in the pitch. Fastball away, unable to bite it. Close pitch that time for Monday. Backus, he steps right back in with Kalk on third. Bayless is on deck. Here is the 2-2 offering. Swinging a rip to right field. It gets down for a base hit. In comes Kalk to score. It's an RBI single for Jack Backus. 11-6 Cardinals, bottom of the 7th.
Was just a hanging sweeper there by Parker Monday. 69 miles an hour gave Backus enough time to stare it down and hit it exactly where he had to.
Malik Perkins comes in to pinch run for the Cardinals. No surprise there. One of the fastest guys on the team. A guy who's typically a starter, but at least in the last couple of weeks, but getting to take a seat today, well, until now.
Guy that did a lot in the Ohio series, and among others, in the absence of Charlie Keller, he kind of became that replacement.
As Gavin Bayless steps in, he's got that teal bat with the red arm sleeves on a pretty balmy day. Shebek Stadium, around 60 degrees-ish. First pitch from the lefty. Righty Bayless takes a fastball in for a strike.
Now it's a chance for Gavin Bayless with the mismatch of dexterity to really take advantage of this.
Braden Hebner's on deck for Ball State. And here's Monday on an 0-1. A glance at first. Another one. Now the pitch. Nope. Faked me out, and throw on Perkins not in time. Who can blame him?
You know, ahead by 5 runs, I love the idea of bringing in Perkins, not only to give a young guy some reps, but it's still a chance to cause chaos on the bases with Gavin Bayless here and Hebner due up.
Another pickoff move at first. Remember, the lefties will typically have the best pickoff move, as they don't have to do that little 180 spin. They can just throw it right over.
Every once in a while you might see that, but there are some that struggled because their base was set that way, most notably John Lester.
Yes.
There's a long time where he just couldn't make the throw to first, so guys would have such a long lead off on him.
0-1 the count with Bayless in the box. Monday. Look at first. Now the pitch. Misses high with the heater, 1-1. There was a guy I watched a couple of years ago. His name was Brady Hirai, and he was a lefty. I think he had maybe the most pickoff moves I've seen that were successful from a pitcher. He was incredible.
Well, depending on the way you bring that ball out, lefty or righty.
1-1's high. It's a strike right above the belt line.
Depending on the way you bring it out in your throwing motion, you can make it really effective and deceptive on your pickoff try. I know Matt Boyd with the Cubs had the most pickoffs among starting pitchers last year because he did a great job in the way he threw that ball to just add a little more to it and transfer to first.
The 1-2 misses outside. Simchek, the catcher, throws the second, and they got Perkins out. There's your second out of the inning. Malik Perkins is still standing at second, holding his ground, tapping his head for a review. The question is, will we get it? Tucker Beal, the shortstop, applied the tag as all three umpires converge on the first base line to talk about what just transpired.
Well, similar to Brett Griffiths earlier in this one, in my uneducated opinion, I believe that Perkins was out. But it's why they brought him in. He's got the speed to get there in time or at least make it a close fight, but I don't think he got there in time.
Yeah, I'm totally with you there, Dylan. They're taking a look at it right now. Hey, speaking of Owen Quinn, who knows if we'll see him in the top frame of the eighth, but we got some Earth, Wind, and Fire up in Shebek Stadium now.
True. Maybe it's a chance to get him going, huh?
I feel like this was done intentionally. I think Rich Maloney made a call up to the operations booth and said, hey, Owen needs some extra juice. Give him that Earth, Wind, and Fire.
This is some game ops, communication between the SID that knows that and then game ops to get it going.
Yeah, shout out to Justin Borowitz.
Yes.
One of the best SIDs out there for Ball State baseball. As it's a 2-2 count with Perkins over at second on Gavin Bayless. The question is, if you're Akron, how do you move forward from this?
You know, Roen, I think that's the question of the hour. The struggle right now from Monday to establish some control is going to prove to be a problem. Whatever it is, we're still under review.
Yeah, that's it. We're in a situation now, Dylan, where it's all about, is it enough to overturn? And it looked pretty bang-bang.
It was close enough to where, again, this has been one of the longer reviews that I've seen in quite a while. And for good reason. It was a close play from Perkins.
We still await that official ruling. But in the meantime, let's talk about tomorrow. It's Ball State baseball at 1 o'clock against Akron. Same thing on Sunday, 1 o'clock. We won't be having the coverage here on SL Digital Radio, but how about on WMUN both days? That's completely free. Mick Tidrow, Rob Fisher on the call as always on Saturday and Sunday. Max Gilly on the sidelines.
You love it. I'll have 2 innings on Sunday with Wolf Boom. But, yeah, they've done such a great job over there. Mick and Rob, like you said. And then the other guys in talent, Kurt Darling, Mark Forrester, they've done some very nice work.
Yeah, that new partnership, it's really great for all parties as we continue to talk about that last play. We're still going. It's an 11-6 Ball State lead. 9 runs in the last 2 innings for the Cardinals. How about that, Dylan?
I mean, you just don't see it anywhere, you know, and some of it is that Ball State is so good and so productive on their bats, but some of it is just Akron falling apart. The big thing about Ball State is they had a little bit of a slow start in this one, just 2 runs in the first 5 innings, but it's hard to slow the bats down for that long, and I feel like it was just the wheels starting to fall off, and now Ball State can keep this momentum going.
Now the umpires come out. Call stands is out. Keep in mind the wording. It's not confirmed. It stands. So they didn't really have enough confirmation there, but didn't have enough to overturn either.
I've heard confirmed. I've heard stands. I've heard upheld.
I like upheld.
It's a nice one.
Gavin Bayless steps back in a 2-2 count now with 2 outs as Perkins was caught stealing. Monday, the lefty against the righty Bayless. Here is the 2-2. Low and in, unable to freeze them up. It's a full count at the plate with Braden Hebner on deck for the Cardinals. A 5-run Ball State advantage. They have flipped this game on its head here in the bottom of the 7th.
And that's almost like icing the kicker for both Bayless and Monday. Now the pressure's on.
The payoff, swing and a miss on the heater. That retires Bayless. We head into the 8th inning. It's 11-6 Cardinals. We'll be right back. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Looking for flawless awards, trophies, plaques, medals, or engraved keepsakes right here in Muncie? Head to Awards Plus, your hometown expert for over 25 years. Located at 301 West Main Street, they're the area's leading trophy shop, serving the Muncie and surrounding area. Awards Plus delivers top quality with attention to detail and fast, reliable service. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Stop by or call 765-282-3511. Awards Plus, where the achievements take center stage. A proud partner of Ball State Athletics.
Behind every strong hip and knee. Behind every strong shoulder.
Good catch.
Behind every strong team is our highly skilled team of experts in orthopedics. IU Health is the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Ball State Athletics, and we're here to keep you moving. From acute injuries to chronic pain and conditions, go where the athletes go. Walk-in appointments for new injuries are available Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you can always schedule a same-day or next-day appointment and wait from the comfort of your home. Visit iuhealth.org/MuncieOrtho to learn more.
Ranked number 1 in the nation by the Broadcast Education Association. This is Ball State Sports Link with Sports Link Digital Radio. It's the top of the 8th inning. Ball State, an 11-6 lead over Akron. Owen Quinn back out there looking to continue a stellar outing. I'm Roen Elbert, joined by Dylan Budd. Dylan, this was not planned at all. I guess we've both decided to wear black polos, the exact same polo, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, smart minds think alike, pal.
This is true. Yeah, that's, I'm glad we're not on TV because I saw you walk in and I didn't have to go. One of us has to change.
Yeah, I walked into SportsLink today and I immediately thought to myself, oh my goodness, here we go. Except you're dressing smarter than me. You got the jeans, you got the long jeans. I got these khaki shorts.
Yeah, that's a decision. Well, I mean, I get it. It was nicer than today. It was generally, 65 for much of today?
Yes. Prince Dabowski, the righty, steps in against the righty Quinn. And the first pitch goes with the heater. It's a strike. We were on the field. We were actually talking with Brett Griffiths about that, about how one day it's hot, one day it's cold. How do you combat that? And Brett Griffiths was just saying, hey, we got to go with the flow.
May as well.
Shows bunt on the 0-1, leaves it on the left side. Third baseman Musler attacks, throws the first, and they got him. 1 up, 1 down for Ball State in the top of the 8th. They lead by 5.
And poor Prince Dabowski, he's had quite a frustrating game. 2 straight strikeouts, a fly out to Jacob Gillis, and then a ground out right to Ryan Musler. 2 straight now with the bunt try.
0 for 5 is, if he doesn't get another plate appearance, that's how he'll stand. And Brody Chrisman comes in, a lefty bat against the righty Quinn. Chrisman, all in all today, he's 1 for 3 with a walk. Quinn, the delivery. Fouled off left side. 0-1, a gloomy day. Has not been a gloomy day of baseball, however. A combined 17 runs from both teams. It's a 11-6 Ball State lead.
That's what you got to love about this sport. It was so mundane for quite a while. It looked like Ball State was completely out of it. Momentum had deflated very quickly. And just like that, now the Cardinals are sitting pretty.
The 0-1 goes with the 2-seam on the outside part of the plate. Catches the zone for a strike. 0-2, Chrisman behind on Quinn. Kyle McConaughey on deck for Akron. And here is the 0-2 from Owen Quinn. Outside misses, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Remember, Brendan Morgan exited the contest earlier, and in came McConaughey. Quinn, he gets his signs from Kalk. Big 1-2 coming. Lets it rip. It's a pop-up left side, shallow left field. Shortstop Griffiths under it. He calls everyone off, makes the catch for the second out. 2 up, 2 down for Ball State in the top of the 8th. An 11-6 lead they hold, and in comes the righty Kyle McConaughey.
The outfielders have had to run all sorts of places in this one with so many base hits from Akron early on. But Brett Griffiths has had a lot more movement from a shortstop than you would think. A lot of ground outs. He's had to cover a lot of ground. And then a few flyouts now. That's his 4th of the game.
McConaughey steps in a righty-on-righty matchup. Nobody on for Akron. 2 outs. 11-6 Cardinals. Quinn, first pitch windup. Fouled right side in the air. McConaughey, a 211 average, a 268 on base, yet 13 RBIs for a guy that's been mostly an everyday player. Didn't get the start today, but he's a defensive replacement for Brennan Morgan.
I'm really intrigued by that decision to have McConaughey come off the bench for Brennan Morgan.
0-1 drops in with the 2-seam action for a strike. Now all of a sudden McConaughey's down 0-2.
Could just be one of those things of somebody might be a little banged up, someone might need a little bit of rest. Desperation mode, bring in your best guy, whatever it is.
Quinn, his 0-2 offering. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Owen Quinn is fired up as we head into the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 11-6 Ball State when we return on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So we could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
You're listening to Ball State Sports Live with SL Digital, the best student radio channel in the country. This is Jack Kaiser. I broadcast for Big Ten Network, and I'm a proud SportsLink alum. Chirp, chirp.
We're back in action, bottom of the 8th inning. It's 11-6 Ball State. Braden Hebner in the box as a righty against the lefty Parker Monday. He looks to continue this great stretch for the Cardinals.
For a great stretch of this contest, Akron led the way in hits with 7 to Ball State's 2. Now when you look at that tally, they're tied up at 12 apiece.
In the first pitch, swing and a miss. He was well behind on that one, 0-1.
It was a slow sweeper there from Monday, 70 miles an hour. I think Hebner just thought about it a little too much.
And the 0-1. Foul back behind. Yeah, that first pitch from Hebner, he swung at that pitch tomorrow.
I see what you did there. I like that. Roen, if you're pitching, if you in all of your pitching experience, if I got a radar on you right now, how fast are you topping out at?
I mean, you saw me throw earlier. It was pretty good. As the 0-2 is a hard-hit grounder to the third baseman, McConaughey throws the first across the diamond, 1 up, 1 down for Akron on that first out in the bottom of the 8th. To answer your question, though, people call me crazy. I think I haven't been radared in a long time, but I really do think I can touch 70s.
I mean, still, it was a sweeper from Monday, so yes, maybe it's a little faster than that last pitch, but you got to remember that he's putting some brake on it, too.
Oh, yes.
We can't do that.
Righty Musler takes the first pitch from the lefty high, a 1-0 count. Yeah, that's my fastball, 72.
Yeah, well, I explained this story to you. I'd spent a summer with the Kane County Cougars, and every game beforehand.
And that 1-0, that sweeper again towards the middle of the plate.
That one went 70 miles an hour as well. After every game, there was a radar, in this like kids section that kids can use and stuff. And before all the kids came in, I wanted to use it and try it out.
Which, hey, I don't blame you. Good use of your resources. It's a 3-0 count to Ryan Musler.
Yeah, I had a spreadsheet of every series I would do it, or every homestand or whatever, and the fastest I got was 72.
Low and in, the 3-0 misses. It's a full count, or I should say, it's a 4-pitch walk for Ryan Musler with 1 out, and now in comes Jacob Gillis. So, if you were doing this, where did you start at before you got to 70?
Well, when I first began, it was probably, we want to take it easy. You don't want to throw your arm out on the first throw, so probably, nice little 65, not putting everything into it, and then seeing more and more pitching throughout the summer, improving my form. Every once in a while I would do it with friends, and up at 70.
First pitch to the righty, Gillis misses away. Would you ever ask any of the guys for advice? I mean, that's American Association. Those are some pros.
Yeah, every once in a while I would talk to some of them. Being a photographer, you were very close to their dugout for much of the game.
1-0, low and in, another breaking ball at Gillis' shins.
So there was a lot of opportunity to just goof around with those guys, but no, and didn't ask for any advice. I think that might be beyond their pay grade.
Oh yeah,
it's a lost cause, my pitching for him.
The 2-0. Gillis puts a lot on that one. He fouls it off to the right, so it's a 2-1 count. An 11-6 Ball State lead in the bottom of the 8th. The runner on first for the Cardinals.
Do you think you'd be a starter, a long reliever, a reliever, maybe a closer?
I'm your closer. I think if I can throw fast, if I could throw faster, probably. 2-1, roped high and deep to right field. It's back towards the wall. It will fly. 13-6 Cardinals. Jacob Gillis' 8th bomb of the season.
Just like that. I don't want to say anything just yet, but mercy rule is in order if Ball State can score 3 more. Whatever it is, you've got 2 outs to go here and then 3 more for Akron to stay alive.
13-6 Ball State. Jacob Gillis, just light work. Oppo Taco shot. Both Ball State homers today have been the right field, but from right-handed batters.
This is true, and we talked about it beforehand. Every once in a while we have to look at the weather. A couple days in advance before the game, we saw that the wind was blowing out to right today. There's a little murmur that it might have gone out to left. No, it'll be to right field, and Shebek, generally a hitter-friendly stadium, and an opposite field shot like that, it gives it just a little bit more oomph that a ball on the wall will go over the fence.
Now we got Brady Davidson, who steps in. Left-handed batter against the lefty arm. Monday, 1 gone, nobody on. Glove in front of his face. And the first pitch. Roped on right side. Diving effort by the second baseman Bowen on the line drive catch for the 2nd out.
Woof, that's a nice play. This game has started to lull down a little bit, and still springy is Brady Bowen.
Yeah, he had that homer earlier. That looked like it changed the whole trajectory of the game, but here we are now where it's 13-6 Cardinals in the bottom of the 8th. Righty Griffiths in the box. First pitch to him. Takes a strike on the inside part of the plate. So far today for Brett Griffiths, a triple his last time around. He's all in all 2 for 4, a pair of fielder's choices. And the 0-1 kicking pitch. Takes a breaking ball low for a ball. And the 1-1. Fouled off to the right.
There is a right-hander getting active in that Akron bullpen. Not much going on for Ball State, though.
That's the question. Could Quinn pitch in the 9th and preserve arms for Saturday, Sunday? That's the question.
Hey, it's a long series. You got to conserve as much as you can.
The 1-2 is a high chopper, right side. First baseman Bowen picks it up. Runs on the bag for the unassisted out. And that sends us to the top of the 9th. It's closing time for the Cardinals. They lead by 7. You're listening to Ball State Baseball on SL Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. GameBridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now.
Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership, and here's why. We stand behind every car we sell and are dedicated to helping our customers save time and money. All our pre-owned cars undergo a rigorous 182-point inspection and come with a 90-day warranty to ensure that you're getting a Victory quality vehicle. Plus, you'll get 2 years of complimentary oil changes and tire rotations. We're part of a top 15 dealership group and have an enormous selection of vehicles with access to inventory at over 45 locations. You always get more for your trade and the best possible rates with us. We have an excellent relationship with hundreds of lenders. Our exclusive Car Doc maintenance and membership program will help you save hundreds of dollars in the process of maintaining your vehicle. Lastly, our state-of-the-art body shop and certified technicians perform high-quality repairs and paint work on most vehicle makes and models. Victory Honda of Muncie. We're not just another car dealership.
From Trivia Night at Brothers and Tater Tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
Top of the ninth inning, Ball State looks to close it out. They lead 13-6, just 3 outs away from Rich Maloney's 700th win as a Ball State Cardinal. I'm Roen Elbert. That's Dylan Budd. Owen Quinn is out there looking to close this one out. Would not be a save if it went under his belt, but still would be a really solid outing for OQ.
Well, Quinn came out after Garza struggled in that 5th inning where Akron scored 4 runs. So since then, 3 full innings for Quinn, just 1 run allowed. Great outing from him. Good work.
Lefty Blake Bowen steps in against the righty arm Owen Quinn as Rich Maloney looks to join a really great club. Is the first pitch. Misses high, 1-0 of head coaches that have won 700-plus games with one program. Ron Polk is the most notable name in there over at Florida State. Quinn, the 1-0. It's a slider, it's a strike.
Well, when it comes to Rich Maloney at Ball State, at least, it's party of one. Winningest coach in Ball State history, an illustrious career that we can talk in circles about. The guy's got more honors than anyone could ever need.
The 1-1. Low and in, and misses. Yeah, because I got the message from Chuck the Cardinal earlier today.
Yes.
Probably the best, I mean, not probably, they are the best Ball State baseball fan page out there, telling us, hey, this is going to happen. Rich Maloney's 700th Cardinal win coming your way. 2-1. High and away, it misses. Yeah, give them a follow. Instagram and Twitter.
It's just fun. It brings a lot of insight to the game. And with it's a Chuck the Cardinal itself is this little wooden, I believe, like chiseled and painted cardinal. The dugout decoration. I love it.
The 3-1. Low and away. Bowen walks. I remember in the South Carolina trip that I was on with the team, they actually took it with them. And what they ended up doing was they would take it with them, and usually it'd be a freshman that would have to carry it. It'd be their job. Joe Lafkus was the one that usually had to carry it.
Hey, freshman, you're paying your dues. And you hear that across even the majors, rookies and in Big Four sports as well.
First pitch to the lefty, Matheson misses down low. Off and running was Blake Bowen. He steals second. So a 1-0 count, the runner on second in the top of the ninth inning. It's 13-6 Cardinals. Quinn, a glance at second, and the 1-0. There is a strike with the heater on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Quinn, he gets his signs from Kalk. Still looks it over. And the 1-1. Ripped in the opposite field by the lefty. Syracuse, the left fielder, he's under it for the first out. Cardinals 2 outs away from getting it done.
Yeah, Syracuse came in as a defensive substitution, and just like that, gets out number 1. Immediate impact for him.
Now Brady Bowen steps in, right-handed bat for the Zips. Runner on second for Akron, 13-6 Cardinals. Owen Quinn just looking for 2 more outs for Ball State. If that's the case, the Cardinals move back above 500. 17-16 would be their record. 11-5 in MAC play. First pitch. That nearly hit Bowen. It was high and in. He leans back. In a 7-run ball game, I don't think he wanted to take one for the team.
Yeah, no. Yes, it's a free trip to first, but
at what
cost?
Yeah, at what cost?
There it is.
The 1-0. 2-seam fastball down the middle. 1-1 for Owen Quinn.
Glad we thought the same thing there.
Hey, like I said earlier with the polos, smart minds think alike.
Yep. You know it.
Except I wish I maybe wore jeans too. 1-1. Hard hit ground ball up the middle. It gets through for a base hit. Rounding third, in comes Bowen to score. Ends up being Brady Bowen that drives in his older brother Blake Bowen to make it 13-7 Ball State. Yet Akron, they get their first run since the 6th inning.
Well, hey, that's sweet. You know, you got to love it at this point.
Now Mitchell Simchek, the catcher, he comes in, right-handed batter against the righty arm Quinn. Owen Quinn gets a new baseball from the pocket of Max Kalk. Tosses the old one in the Ball State dugout, third base side. You know, you're wearing jeans today, Dylan. I'm not much of a jeans guy myself.
No, you know, I wasn't as a kid, but I've fallen in love with them more and more as the years have gone.
First pitch. Slider for a strike. Nasty stuff from Quinn.
Well, if you're Owen Quinn at this point, you're up 6 runs. There's a runner on with 1 out. You can pretty much throw the kitchen sink at Simchek because you've got a lot to work with. At the same time, the double play is in order, so you really, all paths are open.
0-1 slider misses downstairs.
Must have gone off the shin of Max Kalk. I think he was trying to get something off the ball, but it bounced into him as well. And we mentioned it before, this guy being the weekend catcher and the primary weekend catcher, he's quite the Iron Man.
Oh, he really is. Max Kalk, even on Tuesday, getting some reps in catching. And the 1-1. Roped out to left field, in the air, back towards the wall, ticketed off the wall and left. Simchek, a stand-up double. Runners on second and third for Akron here in this top frame of the 9th. Cardinals still 2 outs away, but Akron, they're not going away without a fight.
Well, the Zips are no slouch, but now if you're Coach Maloney, now it's an interesting decision. Do you keep Quinn in to try and get these 2 outs? Maybe if 1 run scores, there's a conversation. At least now Maloney will come out.
Rich Maloney, like we said, is 2 outs away from his 700th win as a Ball State Cardinal. 700 is a big number, pretty important number.
Yeah, that's impressive. Hasn't taken the ball yet from Quinn. I believe he's going to keep him in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he always calls these mound visits, these mound meetings, he calls them learning moments with these pitchers. And maybe this is a learning moment for Owen Quinn, Dylan.
Yeah, I believe so. The double play is not in order at this point, but still got a lot of room to try new things. And right there, he tried something. Bowen just took it off the wall.
Rich Maloney goes back into the Ball State dugout on the third base side. Owen Quinn stays in the contest. Tucker Beal, the righty, steps in. So far today, 2 for 4. Righty on righty. In the first pitch from Quinn. Goes with a slider. Big swing and a miss. Low and outside. 2 in scoring position for the Zips with 1 out. In the top of the 9th, where it's 13-7 Ball State.
Whether that was a Maloney decision or a Max Kalk decision or even an Owen Quinn decision. Beautiful pitch, beautiful placement.
And the 0-1 offering. Downstairs on the breaker. Check swing. Beal did not go. Kalk wanted the call, the catcher for the Cardinals, but didn't quite get it.
Kalk was ready to plead his case to anyone that would listen to him, pointing in several different directions, then found eye contact with that umpire and said, hey, I think he went around.
I think it was like, you. One of you guys must have saw that.
Yes.
Quinn, the 1-1 kick and pitch. Fastball low in the dirt. Well, define dirt. It's the turf. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, that infield is still dirt, no?
No, that is turf.
It's all turf?
That is turf.
All right.
And the 2-1. It's a pop-up right side. In foul territory, Jacob Gillis, the first baseman, unable to get it, runs out of room.
Maybe one of these times Jacob Gillis will do a Joe Adele.
Yeah.
Hold up his hand from the other side of the wall.
Speaking of defensive changes, Tabor Stokes is playing second base for the Cardinals.
And not a shocking decision. Davidson's a good defender in that middle infield spot, but Stokes has just been more productive.
2-2, high chopper to the third baseman. Muslar collects, fires the first, got him for the second out. But Brady Bowen comes in to score from third, so it's a 5-run Cardinal lead, 13-8, but Ball State 1 out away from shutting the door.
In the mundane that could have been catastrophic, Griffiths was heading towards it, as was Musler. There was kind of a quick moment of, you got it? No, I got it. Okay, great. Musler, forward momentum into Gillis.
That communication on point for Ball State. Righty on righty as Kelton Phillips, top of the order, steps in. 3 hits on the day. He's 3 for 5. First pitch. Goes with the fastball. It's a strike. 0-1 with a runner on second for Akron. Cardinals just 1 out away from shutting the door on this one and getting their 11th MAC win in a 4-way tie for third place in the Mid-American Conference. The 0-1 gets off the chest protector of Max Kalk all the way to the backstop. That allows for the runner to take third base for the Zips. So, 1-1 count, a runner on third for Akron. Owen Quinn just looking to get one more out.
That's the thing. He's had a number of pitches today. And he's known to be that long reliever, but for Ball State to have 2 pitchers today, that's impressive in and of itself. But at this point, just do whatever you can to get that 1 out. It doesn't matter how many runs are scored.
1-1 slider down the middle. Beautiful pitch that time from Owen Quinn, and the Cardinals are 1 strike away from getting it done.
And after showing a struggle of control, maybe he just held the ball wrong or whatever it was, went from one pretty tough pitch to a really nice one in conjunction.
The 1-2 from Quinn. Misses high on the fastball, so 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kelton Phillips.
Phillips is stoic in that box, but I really thought that could have been a strike 3 call.
Quinn, the 2-2 to win it. Pop up right side, a foul ball. He lives on. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, right here at Shebek Stadium. Sunday at 1 o'clock, Shebek Stadium. We continue on with this series. Cardinals and the Zips. As Quinn gets his signs from Kalk, looking to win this game here. The 2-2 from Quinn. Lets it rip. Swing and a miss. That's your ball game. Ball State wins this one 13-8, and Rich Maloney now has 700 career wins as a Ball State Cardinal. How about that?
Well done from Ball State to be able to come out after being down by quite a wide margin, and then the longest lead of the game was at 13-6. It's hard to keep those bats dry. Ball State, as soon as they started, they just didn't stop. Big congratulations to Coach Maloney. A backflip from Malik Perkins pretty much sums it up.
I thought you were about to say backflip from Maloney, and I'm like, I don't know about that, man.
Hey, if he can hit that, and I think he would have hit that for 1,000 career wins. But hey, 700 is pretty cool, too.
Maybe he'll hit for 2,000. I don't know if he wants to coach until he gets to 2,000. That would be another, 30 years?
Well, he could.
Knowing him, he could.
He would out of spite.
He would. He would just to show that he could do it. But 13-8 Ball State, the win over Akron. So for tomorrow and really the rest of the series, How did the Zips move forward from this?
Well, at this point, it's just talking to your bullpen. It was a great performance from Elijah Griffith, but it was the bullpen that really brought this team into that loss. As for Ball State, you got to have competent work from your starters. It's a tough day for Brendan Garza. Tomorrow, the probable pitcher is John Chambers. And for Akron, it's Brady Bowen, a guy that went yard today.
That's crazy to think about, and that'll be an interesting matchup considering Brady Bowen has a sub-2 ERA on the season. He actually threw an inning on Wednesday. Went pretty well for him. So this will be an interesting battle.
Bowen, a guy that bats 167, but again, went yard today for homer number 2 of the year. He's showing he can do it on either side of the field. Great work from him, and I'm excited to see how he performs.
So, Dylan, if you were to pick any player of the game, who would it be?
Wow, that's a great question, Roen. I got to think long and hard about this one. Could give it to Owen Quinn. He had such a great performance and going in for so long, holding the Zips to only 3 runs in his time. I got to give it to Ryan Musler, though. It was the homer that really proved to be the dagger into the heart of the Akron Zips.
Yeah, that really changed everything. That changed the trajectory of this matchup. And for the Cardinals, if the plan is for Chambers to throw tomorrow, what do you think we can expect from him?
I want to see some great stuff from him. Again, he's been one of the more consistent guys in the rotation. Like we said at the beginning of this, it's the fight to find the 4th starter and even perhaps the 3rd with Keegan Johnson's struggles. But Chambers, a guy with the 4.72 ERA to Garza's 4.40, you know, it's another guy that's really swing and miss. 39 strikeouts, 31 hits given up, less than Garza's numbers. So, again, Coach Maloney's still looking for staple performances from his starters. Chambers has to bring it tomorrow because Garza didn't today. The bats just made up for it.
That he will. Dylan, it's been a pleasure having you with me in the booth for what was an incredible day of Ball State baseball.
Thank you, Roen. It was just so much fun from start to finish.
And that'll do it here from Shebek Stadium. Your final score, Ball State 13, Akron 8. This has been a production of Ball State Sports Link. You're listening to Ball State Baseball. Tomorrow and Sunday's game will be on WMUN. Mick Tidrow, Rob Fisher on the call. But until then, I'm Roen Elbert. That's Dylan Budd. And good night, Muncie.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.